It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is, what is today? Friday.
Yes.
January 19th, 2024. And we are coming to you live Spanish. That was the worst acting I've ever seen in my life.
It's cold.
Spanish put on his dumb wool hat and then pretended to be cold. It's like 70 degrees outside.
It's cold.
And it's
the
hot
only one
here.
Oh, no, he's wearing.
No, it's chilly up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You
I'm
didn't
sorry,
go outside
lady.
yet.
No, you didn't.
Of course you did.
No
You
way.
walk upstairs, downstairs, and go into the studio. You don't go outside.
I feed a tortoise every morning before I come in here.
He
and,
asked me if it was cold outside whenever I came in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and I asked Galvin his opinion on the weather.
By the way, it's 56 degrees right now.
It's so cold, dude.
56. I mean, I've seen memes that be like, it's 56. I'm laying on a beach in Aruba.
56 degrees is cold.
Go outside.
Right.
Go outside.
I did go outside.
You did not.
I got up and ran a mile at 4 o'clock, fed the tortoise, and came in here. And I don't understand why anybody has to think anything different.
That was
You
your dream?
You know what 56 degrees is? 56 degrees is you should put on a knit hat and rub your arms
Yeah,
like it's
that's
chilly.
chilly.
Yeah. That's the appropriate
Right?
response.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wish
Yeah.
my bedroom was
Good job.
56. I'm
Yeah.
wearing a shirt with no sleeves right now.
Yeah, you look very
Yeah.
warm.
comfortable.
And you haven't gone
Yeah,
outside.
don't go outside.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that you think you know me. You track me.
I know everything about you.
She was
I tried.
100% right. You did not go outside.
You guys don't know how much I run.
I have an idea.
Yeah. If I-
Sorry,
guess.
that might be the funniest delivery you've ever done.
If I'm betting, I'm putting my money all on one thing.
Well,
Over
you
under.
Oh, yeah.
shows what you guys know. Hang on. I like you so still.
Oh, too much
yeah.
money. Yeah, I get it. I get
Need
it.
to borrow my roller?
No, I got one. All right. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hello, Michael.
The show where everybody's an asshole right out of the gate. The minute it starts.
Do you guys want to hear
Gio.
about my dream?
Oh, yeah. You know I do. You know I do.
No.
Was I in it?
No.
I'm done.
Okay, listen, I'll do it real fast. Chad's ex came to town. They
She
left.
white or black?
Black.
Ooh.
He.
Her.
Oh.
They left while I was in the bathroom, and they went to a parkour park and wore gloveless or fingerless gloves and did parkour and posted it on his Instagram.
Wow, what a
I-
slut.
The revelation.
That's what I'm saying. I woke up and I kicked him to make sure he was still in bed with me. Because at first I was like, oh, it was just a dream, but I wasn't facing him. And I was like, wait, is he here? And I threw my foot back.
Wow.
You know what that's about, don't you?
What?
Your loose knees.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't do parkour.
Can't
I
parkour.
can't parkour. I'm
Yeah.
very sad about it. They were flipping and gripping stuff and climbing things.
And you were like, I can't do none of that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, maybe that's why they didn't ask me to go.
Yeah.
But they just snuck out without me.
You know
Very-
why.
I was very sad. Listen, I would have went and watched them do parkour.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. You weren't watching.
No, you pervert.
I follow your deal.
But anyway, that was my dream.
I
Chad
mean,
and his girlfriend.
I listen. I understand the emotion of waking up to that, even though it's
Oh,
silly. And if I had a dream that my wife was parkouring with somebody, I'd be like, "This is ridiculous. Why are you doing this?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what got me was they had like fingerless gloves. And I was like, you won't wear
that's-
fingerless gloves with me.
From the Big J Okerson
Yep.
collection.
But it was like working out. And I think it's because Chad won't work out with me.
Oh.
And now he's all about it because he's coaching football.
But you know
So-
why he doesn't want to work out? He doesn't want to smell you.
Yeah.
That ruins a relationship.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to teach me because I'm very like, how do I do it? What do I
Oh,
do?
This is the perfect way to lose a girlfriend. Have her go to the gym by herself, and then have other guys. I'll show you how to do that.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, people come up to me all the time, Chad. So just
Wait,
Let me get behind you while you do some tricep pull downs.
Yeah.
I know what's up.
Carmen, I have a question.
no.
Is this the first dream you've had?
No. I've actually
In her life,
Yeah, remember she said she doesn't dream.
I don't remember my dreams often, like ever. Basically, it's very rare that I remember my dreams.
Yeah,
She
How you
said
doing,
she
eh?
doesn't have any dreams in life.
Yeah,
We've
no,
all
I
been killed.
Yeah.
She just hates it.
hit the ceiling,
Yeah.
Spanish.
Sobriety will get you in those dream words, man.
Well, yeah, so that's the thing because I haven't been drinking. I
Yep.
haven't drank this year at all. I started remembering my dreams occasionally. It's still very, very random.
just the worst ones, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Just the ones that really get me revved up. Parkour and fingerless gloves.
I don't remember my dreams either. Fortunately for you guys,
Mm.
Oh man.
like I don't remember last night's dream.
All right.
Might
Don't
be
even try.
because old Kung Fu Ninja slept in bed with us
Oh,
last
yeah.
night. Oh my God, my daughter just. I mean, I don't understand how you could sleep on two people in two different sections at the same time.
You gonna cut
Squirrely.
that off soon?
Well, I mean, honestly, she turns 11 this weekend. It's really depressing me, and she's got her own room,
Yeah.
like all set up and stuff, and she hangs out in there all day, and then she sneaks into the bedroom. So, I know there's going to be like another couple of weeks before she's like, I don't want to sleep here anymore.
Yeah.
That's bugging.
At what age does it get weird, you think? 13, 15?
24.
22?
Yeah, for Joey, it was 17.
Yeah.
When Joey got hairy legs and he would climb in bed with me, and I could feel his hairy legs on mine, I was like, "This is where we draw the line."
when he
Yeah.
My dad told me when I was 5, I was no longer allowed to sleep with him.
Oh, I never got to sleep with my parents.
No, you had to sleep in the basement with the rest
Yes,
of the
Yeah.
I had to go. I finally got my own cage.
Yeah.
Now get in the cage.
Oh my god.
Stop crying.
At least it wasn't a porch.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
shots fired.
That wasn't shots.
No,
I
it's-
feel
Hey.
sorry for him.
Joe's right. I'd rather sleep inside in the
Sniper.
cage than outside on the porch.
I would have taken a comfy cage any day.
Yeah, comfy cage.
These
It
kids on
wasn't
this
that
show have been
comfy.
tortured.
Yeah.
Carmen in the cage, Gio on the porch.
Yeah.
Joe was sleeping before they could thatch the roof.
I want to make
right.
sure everyone knows I did not actually have to sleep in a cage.
Oh,
No,
it's
you didn't
okay. You don't have
sleep
to
in
hide
there.
it.
You
Yeah.
didn't have to. You did.
Yeah,
Because
your
you were used
sisters
to
were
it.
there.
Yeah.
No. Listen, I grew up in like a really old farmhouse, and there was a tree
Oh.
next to my window. So like whenever there was wind or anything like that, like it was wood paneling around my windows, and it would shake, and it was just loud as hell, and it was very scary. And then the
Sounds-
tree would bang up against the window, and that was even
Nope.
scary. Exactly. So I would run down and
Got
get
in
in
my
bed
cage.
get in bed with my dad. And when I was 5, he was like, "No more." I was like,
I had
"Aw."
a family meeting last night. I let
About?
everybody know.
Shut up.
What?
Well, my wife is not very happy.
Oh.
I had
So-
to make some concessions. I had to give up to get some things, and
What'd you give up?
then I got the whole
His monkey.
then I got the whole I don't want to have anything to do with it. The same thing she said for Ralphie the tortoise. Now she's out there singing songs to it and feeding it. Same thing she said about the dog. I will never have a dog. I have 2 dogs. And then she's like, "Hi, my little poopy." So I expect her to fall in line with the monkey just like she did with the other animals.
Mhm.
So my daughter has this house outside on our porch that we built, or we had built, which Joe was considering living there. That's how big
I'm
it is.
still considering it my
Yeah, well, we're tearing it down, Joe. You can bring it to
Oh.
your yard if you want,
All right.
and then and that's going to be the monkey enclosure over there, that section. So we already got a spot. I don't know what you're laughing at. You can't live in the monkey enclosure.
I'm gonna be with the monkey.
I was gonna say now, Joe, in Spanish, who
Hmm.
gets the monkey when Mike can no longer
Well,
have it?
I don't
Me or you guys? I want it.
You probably, because Joe, I don't
Okay,
think
cool.
wants any more animals at our house.
I
'Cause
am-
I want another puppy.
Okay.
Can we just point out that I
So,
have never given
I'm
away?
getting a monkey.
I've never given away an animal except the French bulldog, and the only reason
That's
why I gave
true.
it away is because I felt bad for it because it was
Yeah.
lonely. It was a home alone all the time, and I felt bad for the dog. Not that I didn't want it, I couldn't take care of
What
it.
about your mom's
I
dog?
can't wait.
I didn't ask my mom's
That
dog.
was
She
his
died
dog.
and left it to me.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next homeowners meeting. Hey, the guy with the turtle now has a monkey. Are you guys? Are we serious?
Have you done any research outside of a few Instagram reels?
Yes.
Or
Oh yeah, I talked to the monkey breeder
What?
and the whole thing.
What kind of
yeah.
monkey is it?
I don't know.
Is it
Yeah,
like a little lemur? Or is
He
it
said
like-
a
No.
spider monkey, right?
Well,
or no, that's the one that you
it's
didn't want.
like a finger monkey.
you
Oh,
don't even
those
know
are
what monkey you're
perfect.
getting?
Yeah.
Oh, the finger
Well,
monkeys are sweet.
There's a couple of different choices. I don't want one that could destroy your face, and I
They
don't.
all destroy your face.
No.
Yeah.
This little monkey is little. Like if you just flick it with your fingers, kick it across the room. Yeah. I am ready to change diapers again.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so awesome.
A little monkey leash.
This thing is gonna just be on you all the time. It's never
Yes.
gonna want to leave.
It's
Yeah.
gonna live in one of my fat
Yep.
rolls.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
gonna love you so much.
It's gonna wedge
Oh.
right here for warmth, and every once in a while you see a little hand come out. I'll feed it a strawberry.
You're gonna have to buy a lot of shirts with pockets.
But as I said, I'm gonna be like Laverne. Every shirt I have is gonna have a monkey pocket sewn on it. And my brother wanted one. He had my daughter convinced for a while that he was delivering 2 monkeys from Africa,
Oh.
milkshake and shortcake, and that they were on the way. And now he's like, last night he was like, honestly, I'll take care of that monkey with you. I was like, okay. He goes, you ever watch a monkey eat a strawberry? It takes 3,000 little bites of that strawberry. I said, I know.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Monkey.
Galvin, if you can get a red panda, you would get a little red panda.
Oh my god. Yeah.
If I could get a red panda, if I had the proper, setting for it, yeah, I would get a red
Oh,
panda.
I have the proper setting. I mean, I will by the time I didn't have a proper setting for a 100-pound sulcata tortoise until I committed to getting it.
How many times has your tortoise got out?
Just once.
That's a
No,
tortoise.
twice.
No, just once.
Twice.
Don't trust me. It was just
You
once.
were on vacation one time, and the one time you had to go get it.
Oh,
Twice.
she's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I know.
but
I know
that-
everything about you. How far do you run?
Dreamweaver over
Well, they're
here.
gonna attach an air tag to his face.
Well-
Face.
Well, it should be fine whenever the monkey gets loose. Because monkeys, I would imagine, get loose a lot easier than a big 100-pound tortoise.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. The tortoise got loose because it had a rotten piece of wood that it knocked over. I wasn't aware of that. But the monkey will be in a fine confinement, and it'll be excellent.
That
The
monkey's
internet-
gonna love you
That
so
sounds
much.
like a
Not gonna
great
want to
life.
escape.
Yeah.
Carmen, you know how to play with my monkey.
I'm gonna play with your monkey.
Could
Listen,
be in
it
a
had a-
jungle with all its monkey friends. Nope. Get in this cage.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, it was born here. It wasn't born in the jungle. It was born here in Florida.
Born in captivity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could at
Poor
least go to
monkey.
a rescue or something where they have
Have
a lot
other
of-
monkeys.
Yeah.
No,
you
those
guys
monkeys. Those are monkeys will eat your face.
You guys are
Sad.
negative Nellies.
Be careful, they throw dung, Michael.
I know, but it's a little pellet dung.
Okay.
And this is not only certain monkeys throw the dung.
All right.
This is a little baby monkey.
Everything on the internet says monkeys are bad pets.
Yeah.
They're
well,
not made to be pet.
Yeah.
It says, in essence, they are permanent toddlers. Pet monkeys also might not take well to new people in your life, including spouses, children. They make it hard to get away for vacations. Plus, finding a new home for a pet monkey is extremely difficult and psychologically damaging to the monkey.
All right, I got a monkey sitter. We're in good shape. Telling you. I think you guys are jealous because you're afraid I'm going to love you less once I have the monkey.
Potentially
Don't love us
dangerous,
now.
That's true. She's right.
not suitable or suggested as house pets.
Yeah, well, neither were
Don't do it.
dogs. Oh my god!
Do
They
it.
become aggressive and they mature and have been known to bite and attack their owners.
No, I'll bite
Monkey
it back.
house. Monkey
I'll
house.
teach you.
Monkey house.
Joe, you know what it's like. Have a monkey come live in your house.
Yes, yes, I do. I live with one now.
Disrupt the
I have to
disrupt
hug
their
him
whole
occasionally,
setting. Yeah, yeah.
hold his hand.
He becomes disruptive.
The hug was nice, man. Don't make it like it wasn't.
As long as you're not throwing poop.
I'm not throwing poop yet.
Jesus.
Very difficult to give them enough physical and mental stimulation, potentially dangerous to have them in your home because of disease risk and aggression.
Well, you guys should be glad it's not living in your home.
Just
There you go.
so let's just put a scenario out there. It's your daughter's birthday and a balloon pops and the monkey freaks out and
Yeah.
pulls your daughter's eyeball out. Yeah. How do you feel?
I mean, then you have to drown the monkey.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the water.
100%.
It's not going to bring your daughter's eyesight back.
Nah, we got modern medicine. We'll just pop it right back in.
She's got a kick-ass eye patch for Gasparilla.
Yeah.
And a monkey. And a monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, have you seen a beads for Gas Brother?
Oh, the big one.
No.
The big one.
Oh,
Look on
yeah.
Instagram, Carmen.
What?
At the Mike Calta Show, in
It
case
is.
you didn't know.
Awesome.
Yeah, and how about the model? Did you see the?
It was hard to see the model because the bead was so amazing. But
Yeah, we got giant Mike Calta Show beads for Gasparilla. Listen, I know you negative Nellies always don't believe anything I say, but I made another step yesterday after the show to plan for coming out to Kegs and Eggs with you guys.
oh,
You're not coming.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
maybe you're not coming.
With the
I am
monkey?
going. I'm definitely
Yeah,
going.
maybe I'm gonna call and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go. You don't need a Carmen. We'll be fine.
They need a Carmen.
They do need a Carmen. You always need a Carmen.
Exactly.
We know. We've learned over the years. Every time Galvin wants to get rid of you, I go, we need a Carmen.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think Spanish talked me into drinking.
Yeah, I did.
Oh. First time this year.
Wait,
Yeah.
don't say it like,
All right, I'll drink too.
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Spanish was all like, I'm done drinking for life. And then yesterday I see him, he's like, I didn't mean it. I'm drinking.
listen,
That
in
happens
that,
routinely.
in that moment, for life, I was done. Now that I haven't drank for a while, I'm ready to get back off the wagon, on the
Right.
wagon.
Off
Whatever.
the wagon.
Yeah, off the wagon.
Yeah.
In the wagon.
Screw the wagon.
Yeah, you don't need a wagon.
Yeah, it's
You
get
got
weird.
Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're gonna pick days to drink, that's one of them,
yeah,
Right.
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Day drinking,
Day drink.
night
Day
drinking,
drinking.
day drinking, sleeping, night drinking.
Day drinking and dressed like a pirate. I
Yes.
just feel like,
Does
how
sound
can you
nice.
I
not
already bought
drink?
my outfit.
See? Yeah.
I'm gonna dress like Willie Stargell.
Wait.
Mhm.
That's very pirate.
No, I don't. I'm not dressing up. I can tell you that.
Oh, Too bad.
Well, I don't have. Maybe I'll wear an eye patch. That's it.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. Or
Arr.
How many lies have you told in the last 17 minutes?
these are predictions. They are not lies. They are foreseeing the future.
Monkey, been outside, ran a mile, going to Gasparilla. Just so many things.
You're hurting my chest, man.
Dressing like a pirate.
Yeah.
I said I'm not. I'm not dressed like a pirate.
Maybe you are.
No, I'm not. When I worked for QIK, they had this giant pirate ship that was sponsored by some mortgage company, and they just got to use it in every parade, and they just throw the ship in there. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was really. The only problem with that is eventually the ship would stop somewhere, and you'd have to get off and walk to wherever you were going, and we didn't have Uber then.
No.
So you really had to walk
Yeah.
there, and you're like drunk walking back to Ybor City. It's pretty brutal.
When Joe drove the pirate ship down Dale Mabry, that was pretty fun.
Oh, that was a
Yeah.
blast.
That was the most fun.
It really was.
I don't know how we're not doing that again.
That was great.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Whose ship is that?
I don't know. Galvin. I don't question the ships.
Yeah.
Somebody's fleet was missing one day. We did a Gaspy Anywhere because Gasparilla had been canceled, didn't it? Or it had
yeah, it was
COVID. So we got on the pirate ship and we drove to people's houses and delivered beads and beer and stuff, and it was
You
awesome.
brought COVID to their house.
Right.
Joe.
100%.
It was so
100%.
dumb. We're out there on the float, just loving life and having a ball. And every time we took pictures, we had to put masks on for the pictures.
No, yeah. It was
I was
so
like, nobody
dumb.
believes
Such
I'm
a
wearing this
dumb-
mask. It was so dumb.
It
We're
was.
outside.
Yeah.
We're outside in the middle of downtown Tampa, and they're like, "Oh, put the mask on
Yeah.
for the pictures."
I'm pretending to drink my beer through my mask.
Yeah.
Wait.
100%.
I don't know if we almost lost Joe more to power lines or overpasses.
I think it was overpasses.
Yeah, because you would try to grab onto him as we were
Yeah.
going
Well, I
under.
was slapping him. I was high fiving
Yeah.
it down.
But if you would have grabbed one in the boat and it just kept going, you would have been hanging there,
Yeah, that's right. I'm
Like-
a risk taker, Michael.
like
No.
Jason Pezo did when we were horseback riding in camp. The horse went crazy, and Jason grabbed a branch, and he just hung there as the horse kept going. We turned around, there's little fat Jason hanging there with his feet kicking in the air. He was like, "Help! Help!" That's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, that's the show.
Show's over.
Have a
See
good
you
day.
later.
It's Friday.
We got two funny guests coming in the show today. Taylor Williamson, who was on, I believe, America's Got Talent. Do you know that, Galvin? Do you know who he is? If you saw him, you'd recognize him. Like, I definitely recognize him, but he's very funny, very conversationally funny. He's a good guest. He'll be in the Wesley Chapel Side Splitters this weekend. And then Carlos Mencia, who's at the opposite end of the world at McCurdy's in Sarasota. He'll be out there. This is just, what are you guys doing tonight? Let's start there.
I don't have no plans.
I don't have no plans.
I ain't got no plan.
You
Just,
hang- you been hanging out with Spike?
some witchy stuff. I'm going to cast some spells, do some incantations.
What
no
does
big
that
deal.
mean?
What, no, don't worry about it. It's no, I don't want to
I feel like you're really doing something
Oh,
like that.
absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
You're casting spells.
I mean, not yet, but I'm learning.
From who?
I don't want to tell you. It's very secretive. Very
This
secretive.
is one of your
which
new
will-
girlfriends?
No. Not a girlfriend.
Boyfriend?
No, maybe.
This is you and your friend with the drone?
No.
All your friends got things. They all got gimmicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Swindle Karen. There's Drone Elliot.
You know what your thing that you should get? Help.
No. I already got it, man. We're good.
Not the right help.
No, it's the right help.
Every
you
time-
say we're good?
Every time Spanish posts something on Instagram, I go, "This guy needs help."
Yeah.
You
I
say
feel
we're
like
good.
you're crying out for help.
Absolutely not. No, listen, my therapist would let me know if I was crying out for help. Trust me. She's,
You have a bad therapist.
she's
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no. You guys are just emotionally closed off.
You're
No.
you're posting stuff. Congratulations when you drive over the bridge and not off the bridge.
Oh, that's hilarious. Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It's funny
If it
if
wasn't
somebody
coming from you.
didn't tell us that they were.
Had suicidal
Yeah,
thoughts.
yeah.
That was last year.
That was last week.
Fine. That was not last
year
week.
was last week.
Oh, sorry. Unaliving thoughts.
Yeah. No, it was like 20 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
That was
that's
more
some
than that.
therapist. Turned the whole
That was
life around.
That was last October. Yeah.
You keep
Thank
saying
you.
that, but
I-
really, guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Carmen.
What's up? You
Okay.
started it.
That's what he thinks about you.
Oh, you
Carmen.
started it.
Carmen,
Okay.
in this
Okay.
room,
Yeah.
list us from least to most likely to kill themselves.
Least
Oh, I'm
to
sorry, unalive themselves.
unalive themselves. So least to most. Least Galvin.
100%.
He loves himself way too much.
And what would I do instead of killing myself?
Go to a rock concert.
No,
No, he would just
kill
rob
other
a bank.
people.
Oh,
Yeah.
kill everybody else in the room.
If I have problems, I'm not taking myself out. I'm taking out the problem.
The
Yeah.
world needs me.
Yeah.
So it goes Galvin, Mike, then Joe,
Thank you.
Gio, Spanish.
I agree with that. I agree with all of that.
Pretty good.
Spanish,
Yeah, that
that's
was
not
ni-
a good spot for you to be on. the
Yeah.
list.
Where do you fall on that list, Carmen?
Oh, I'm like after Mike. I'm before Joe.
No, I think you're right before Spanish.
Bitch, please.
He was parkouring with another girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a trampoline park.
Carmen's just gonna go to a high building and go parkour straight out.
Fingerless love.
I can make this jump.
Nope.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Oh.
Yeah, she is.
So Spanish,
Yep.
you're cured.
I mean, no, healing is a process.
Oh, bro.
You know, yeah. I mean, you want a real answer? Or you just want me to give you the guard? Yeah, I'm cured.
No, I wanted to just hear you give a ridiculous answer, but you didn't. You gave a
Yeah.
legit answer.
I'm healing. I'm working on it. I no longer want to kill myself. Luckily, I wasn't able to do it. So
When did you decide that you wanted to kill yourself? Seconds after you realized you were crying in Joe's arms?
no, that was like a week ago or
Oh,
2
sh-
weeks ago. Yeah,
Uncomfortable.
it was when I realized.
That's when Joe realized he wanted to kill himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was when I realized that what my intuition was telling me was probably true, and I should have just listened to it. And I was devastated because I was bedridden, my body was on fire, and
Ugh.
everything fell apart. Yeah, it was tough, man.
Hey, I don't want to, like, you go through stuff. It's over. Good for you. I'm glad you're better now. But one day we have to listen to the audio.
I can't do that.
You have to,
I
and
know,
we
I
have to
can't
break
do
it
I
down
can't do it.
of you telling me that you're home, and
Dude,
Joe telling me you're not home, and then you being in this. I go, if you're home, do this, and you're like, all of a sudden you can hear doors closing.
that
behind
was
you.
somebody's gate that to their backyard.
Don't believe it.
Ah, dude.
Like we just heard a door, and you're
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to believe me. I
Well,
don't
I'm
blame
saying
you
one
for not
day we
believing
could
me.
one day we could break it down.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that anytime soon. But yes, I'll do
No,
that.
we should do it now. Not right now, but like
Uh,
tomorrow, so that if you do break down, it's even funnier.
I
And
don't
before
think
you can
that's
come
good.
up with a lie.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
she knows
lie?
you.
You're not good at lying.
I know that's why I don't
Yeah.
lie.
That's why
yeah.
he needs time.
Yeah.
So come
Because
on.
Spanish is retort to anything, any question, whenever he's lying is what? You heard exactly what I said.
I have to do if I don't do the eyes. Yeah.
Just all confused. We just
You
heard
know-
a door. Is that a door? What? A
Do you know
door?
when you have the worst dream where your spouse is like
Ignoring you.
Parkouring.
ignoring you?
Yeah.
Ignoring you, like you're like,
Parkouring.
but I'm trying to tell you, and they're like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's and you're like, listen to me.
That was my life
That
last
was
year for months.
That was the way I was with you when you were on the phone. I'm like, Spanish,
Oh.
listen to me, and
Yeah.
you're like, what? Everything's fine. I'm
Oh,
like,
it was not
Spanish
fine.
is your wife. You said it.
Dude, it was not fine.
I
That
hate
was
you
a-
equally.
yeah. That was a weird break with reality. That was an interesting 24 hours.
My wife and I had not a fight, but like a little bit of a talk the other day, and now she's like super loving.
That's nice.
No,
Oh.
it's bugging me a little
It's
bit.
bugging you.
Mhm. Like she
loves you.
keeps wanting to touch me with her cold hands. I'm like,
Oh.
all right, all right. Now there's a difference between loving me and just seeking
Yeah.
warmth.
Well, some of us miss that affection. So
Speaking of warmth, Calta Cruise is right around the corner, and I'm getting more and more excited for it. Carmen's going,
Pew, 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 pew,
Barb's going.
what for real?
Goddamn
Oh,
right.
yeah.
What's that, Barb?
Goddamn right.
Uh huh.
Listen,
Get ready, ladies.
Barb would like my monkey.
Yeah.
yes, she
See?
would.
Yeah.
Barb is so excited, and
I like
I'm
Barb, yeah.
yeah, I'm super excited. We're gonna have fun. She's a
think-
party.
I think it's unfair that you invite one sister and not the other.
Yeah.
You
Listen.
should invite Holly.
Barb had an available bed in her room. She got to invite whoever she wanted, and she also chose not to invite her.
Who did she
No.
invite? Who did she invite?
She invited her like best friend since high school, Kendra.
Yeah.
Kendra.
Oh,
Let's-
yeah.
We all know how to party.
Hey,
Yeah.
Barb, you and Kendra got a thing?
Oh, sorry. I in my head, I was trying to think of Carmen's sister's girlfriend Kendra. Carmen's sister's girlfriend Kendra.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be fun.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think Chad should stay home. It's a boys
Oh, come
boys
on.
party.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Boys' night.
Carmen will be so much more fun single.
Yeah. It's true.
Say that.
Single
true.
Carmen,
Single Carmen, single Carmen,
Carmen.
fingerless club.
You should tell him when you talk to him today, be like, because you were out with that girl, I'm going on the cruise by myself.
No, listen, you guys want Chad there
What?
because else is gonna take care of me when
Oh,
it gets to
that's
that
a good
point?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
you
point.
need Chad.
Yeah.
Chad is the buffer. Chad's the one. Like I can party, and then when you guys are done and you guys start being mean to me,
You
then
ready?
you'd be like, "All right, Chad, come on."
Let me tell everybody, when I know that I've lost Carmen,
No,
and
that's
that
not.
the best thing for me to do is stay away from her, is when I get this. What's up, bro? As soon as I get a "What's up, bro" from her, I'm like, later.
Right.
There's gonna be a nipple or a
Yep.
policeman coming soon. One thing's gonna happen.
She's gonna try to kiss all of us
Yep.
and tell us it's our fault.
Yeah.
You're
What's up,
welcome.
bro?
No, that's what it is. You're welcome.
And then it's good. This is how it's gonna go. What's up? You got a problem? No, come on, seriously, talk to me. Then 5 minutes later, they'll be like, "But I work so hard." I'm like, oh, brother.
I just like whenever she walks out of the bathroom with no shoes on, wearing a dress and all disheveled, and her eyes are working independently, and then some other girl walks out behind her, and I go, "Oh, okay, all right." I see
What
what's
happens
going
on the high seas stays on the high seas.
Yeah.
Right.
I kissed a mermaid. Okay.
All right, maybe I'm not going back to drinking quite yet.
No,
Listen.
you gotta ease it in, I guess. Really.
There's
That's-
another couple who's going on the cruise who hit me up. They have an OnlyFans. Well, she has
Oh,
OnlyFans.
no.
She is not they, but she has an OnlyFans. But they're a little older and they're like just fun.
Okay.
And they look like they're going to be a ball to be with on
It's
the
not
cruise.
Chris Angel, is it?
Mm,
Who was on
no,
the last
no,
one trying
no.
to fight Joe?
No, I don't think these people are like swingers. I just
Okay.
think that they do like she's sexy and fun, and he knows he's
Hell yeah.
lucky, so they're
Hell
like they
yeah.
just play around. But they seem like they're going to be like you'd see them on a cruise and go, I bet those people are fun. You know?
Sweet.
Yeah, I
This
think
is gonna
this
be a
guy-
blast. Yeah.
I got to figure out what I'm doing. I might try to recruit some of my guys because I'm definitely a boys trip, but I might see if Fireman Frank wants to go and bring a couple of my guys in.
Hell yeah.
Just because I really think it's gonna be fun. And I don't even know Pete is gonna be like, I gotta go. Pete's in Omaha, Nebraska right now. I don't even know what he does. If I found out Pete was a fat spy, I would believe it.
Wait,
Yeah, like I don't know. What's he doing in Omaha? What's he doing in real life?
I don't know. I know he sells cars
Does he?
allegedly.
I
Does
know.
he?
I
He's
don't
got
know.
a room full of Ferraris.
Yeah.
You don't know what he does.
I assume it's all hockey.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
That he's in Omaha for hockey.
Yeah.
Or
I think
steaks.
hockey's the cover is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or
Mm.
steaks.
Or steaks.
I understand the headquarters is here. I just came straight here. I mean, nothing would bring me to Nebraska.
No,
I
no way.
can't think of anything that I'd have to do in Nebraska.
I don't even think there's sightseeing out in Nebraska.
No.
It's, yeah,
Unless
not
you
mountainous.
Wheat.
Yeah.
Go look at
Corn.
wheat. All right, let's take a break and get the show moving this morning. Taylor Williamson will be here. We got Carlos Mencia will be here. We haven't seen Carlos in a while. And then we got a bunch of stuff to give away. You got Buccaneer football on Sunday. Gio, what is it, 3 o'clock or 3:30?
3 o'clock. Yeah.
It's cutting it real close. My daughter's birthday party is Sunday.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
why would you do that?
I didn't. Well,
Why?
hold on, because I love my child. Because we did it 2 months ago so that we could reserve the place, and didn't realize that it would be a playoff Sunday and that the Buccaneers would be in it.
But also,
Eh.
don't you always do a party on a Saturday?
No, it's I don't know. Listen to me. These aren't my areas of the house. I just show up to things.
I remember
but
last time there was a problem. There was
Yeah.
some game, and your daughter had
it
something.
ruins
Whatever.
everything.
Yeah.
Kids ruin everything.
Ruined it.
What
But
time's
it's
the
over
party?
at 2:30.
Oh, okay.
I can get
Oh.
to walk-ons by 2:45. I could be home by 3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm wondering if I told them, I said we might take 2 cars, and I might just leave.
It's a good move.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to watch it by myself in the living room. I want to be around people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she is in prime age where
Whoa.
you're. Well,
Where's
Try
this
to-
going?
I was trying to figure out the best. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, she's still making core memories right now. So this is the prime time where it depends what you do.
I'm
will
not leaving her party.
either
Oh,
make her a
listen.
stripper or not a stripper.
No, yeah, I'm not. I'm not leaving her party.
I've
It'll
done
be
this
over
for years, and my daughters are fine.
for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not age. They're
Dad's
not
drunk
of
again at her
age.
party.
You know how many birthday parties I've missed? It's fine.
Wow.
I've never missed one. I've never missed one baseball practice, football practice, any of that stuff. So I should be good to go. I've watched every dumb cheerleader thing.
Yeah.
I bought her a Taylor Swift bracelet yesterday. I'm all right. I'm doing good.
Yeah, if you dip out 30 minutes, you're fine.
No. I'll be if we leave at 2:30. I'll be home. Yeah, 30 minutes to get home. I was
Yeah.
saying, yeah. I should be good to go.
But you got to wrap it up. No saying goodbyes. Like party's over.
Well,
Kick him off.
That's what I said to Amanda. I go at 2:30. I'm gonna go. Okay, 2:20. I'm gonna start going. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, there's a lot of times there's a lot of rounds of goodbyes.
Right.
Over and over. And
Wrap
over.
it up. Wrap it up. Start carrying stuff to the car at 2:15.
Yep.
I like the way you
just
think.
carry stuff to the car and never come back.
Pull it Don Draper. You're like, I'll be right back, and then just leave for 3 days. All right, let's take a break. We'll do Sporkle when we get back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. All right, Carmen, we got things to give away. What are those things?
So many things. We have tickets for Third Eye Blind,
Gross.
Steve Trevino,
Gross.
Pantera,
Awesome.
Kona Big Wave Treasure Cove
Awesome.
for Gasparilla, and
That's like the spot to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
Yeah. We go from McDitton to.
Wait, didn't.
Mhm.
I'm telling you right
Go to
now,
Big
no
Wave.
lie in there. I am not going there.
That's
I'm going to
a
McDitton.
long walk.
Oh, I'm not walking. First, I'm not walking.
I'm
you
saying if
silly
you-
goose.
If you went from McDitton.
Yeah, I'm just saying I will. Well, you guys head over there. I will be making a U-turn to go home.
I'm
Just
with
letting
you.
you know.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Oh, you want to
it-
come with me home?
yes.
All right.
And we have tickets for Pat McGann.
Ooh,
Yes.
you fast-moving Pat McGann. All right, let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Oh, good. They made a musical about the Pulse shooting.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no.
Stop it.
I'm
What?
gay and I'm dancing. I'm angry and I'm shooting. Let's not meet in the middle. Dumb. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to play Connect 3 Movies. So I'm going to give you part of 3 movie titles, and you're going to give me the last word of the first movie, the first
Ooh.
and last word of the second movie, which is also the first word of the last movie. So I need 2 words from you, okay?
Okay.
And it connects the 3 movies. Do you get it?
I was putting on my disco shoes, prepared to do some gay dancing. When some angry guys busted in.
You need the.
You're not going to figure it out. till you
Yeah,
play
say it
whatever.
again.
I need 2 words. There's 3 movies. The first movie is missing its last word,
Okay.
which is also the first word for the second movie.
So it's the same word.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. And then the second movie is also missing its last word, which happens to be the first word for the third movie.
Okay.
Humana.
All right.
Yes, you're giving me 2 words.
Mhm, mhm,
Okay.
mhm, mhm.
Gone Baby with the River.
Guy with a win.
I only need 2 words.
Right. I
Gone
got you.
Girl.
Wind Mystic.
Read it again, Carmen.
Gone Baby with the River. I need Gone Wind. Gone Baby Gone. Gone with the Wind. Wind River.
Okay.
Those are the 3 movies. Do you get
So
it?
Gone Wind
You
was
just-
the answer?
Gone Wind was the answer. Yes, 'cause those are the
2
2
words.
words that are missing.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought
that-
it was going to make another movie.
too.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
It's
All right.
it connects the 3 movies.
Okay. So it
Okay.
doesn't have to make sense. Gotcha.
Correct. Correct.
I feel like my brain just
Dude,
exploded.
100%. 100%.
Fantastic. Weddings and a
Four
in
Colonel.
Berlin. Mike. Turning Rock Side Story.
West, not. I don't know what I'm doing.
Point West.
Turning.
Blank. Blank Rock Blank. Blank Side Story.
Big West.
Red West. Turning Red. Red Rock. Okay.
Okay.
Curious of the Fever. Curious blank. Blank of the blank. Blank
George Jungle.
Fever. Spanish. From dusk till of the
Dawn Dead.
Calm.
Dawn Dead.
Galvin. Deep blue of story.
Sea Love.
Toy.
Sea love.
Oh.
Mike. Air Force 8 Samurai.
1 mile.
1-7.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, one.
Yeah.
By the way, it's pronounced CeeLo, not C-Love. No?
The theory of everywhere, all at
Everything once.
Can you
Galvin.
just slow down just a little?
Monster in abiding Kane.
University raising.
Monster in blank, blank abiding blank.
Lost Citizen.
Lost Citizen.
Huh?
Correct.
Monster-in-law.
By the way, Law Abiding Citizen
Such
is
a
a
good movie.
great
So
movie.
good.
Great movie.
Anytime it's on, you have to watch it.
100%.
Yeah.
Is that where he tortures the people?
Yeah.
If Galvin is telling you a movie is good, like an old black lady, it's a great
Yeah.
movie. Then you know it's great.
I pinned your eyelids back.
Oh my gosh. All right, your next one. In the name of Chucky,
Father
Sunbride.
Bride.
Bride.
Father Bride,
Father Bride. I went Sun Bride.
Mike Calta, and Pap.
Uh,
We are halfway there.
Gio is not on the board. He has a total of 0 points. Spanish has 2. And Michael and Galvin are tied as your leaders. They both have 3 today.
Hey,
All right. So connect the 3 movies. You're giving me 2 words. Your next one. To dye your eyes, lovers left alive.
wow.
To dye blank, blank your eyes blank, blank lovers left alive.
Alone, no.
Alone Never.
Can you say it one more time?
To dye blank, blank your eyes blank.
Alone
Blank.
close.
Alone Open.
No, I was looking for only. To die for your eyes only. Only lovers left alive.
Mm.
Heaven can until shadows.
Wait Dark.
Mike. Don't look, you see myself and Irene.
Up
Back
me.
me.
Now Me.
Now me. Spanish. Little Big of Magnolias.
Horn
Horn
Green.
Steel.
What'd you say, Mike?
Horn Steel.
Little Big blank, blank of blank, blank Magnolias.
Town Steel.
I don't know.
Man Steel. Man of Steel is the middle.
That
How's
is?
no? I'm
Oh, we were halfway there before.
yes.
Sorry, I thought it was the last 3. Okay, go.
How Stella got her groove 2 days. Days is DAZE.
Back school.
Mike. My Fair sings the
Lady
Brothers. Mike. Natural Born of the Flower
Blues. Killer
over
Moon.
Mike. The Man Who Knew to Ado About
Much
Much
nothing.
nothing.
my Galvin. Operation Dumbo Dead Claws.
Drop Santa.
What'd you say, Galvin?
Drop Santa.
No, what'd you say, Gio?
That's what I
Same.
said.
Oh.
All right, say it again.
Operation Dumbo blank, blank dead blank, blank claws.
Drop Misses.
No, I was looking for drop Fred. Fred claws.
Oh.
Joe's shaking his head. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he
No,
knows.
no.
I did. I knew it.
Nobody believes you.
And Pap,
Ah.
we are on the last 3.
Gio's sleeping out on the porch. He's got 0 right now. Spanish with 3. Galvin with 4. And Michael is your leader. He's winning with 7 right now.
Oh.
Can be caught.
All right. Last 3. Connect the 3 movies. Here we go. 12 Angry in Adam.
Men Black.
Galvin. She's got to have chapter Moon Junction.
It full.
She's got to have
Oh, I got
Blank.
it out. I got it out.
blank chapter blank blank Moon Junction.
There you go.
Two home.
You moon.
It half.
No. I was looking for It 2. It Chapter 2. Two Moon Junction. And the last one. While you were with the
Sleeping enemy.
at yes. Got it.
Not enough.
It's a damn.
Not enough.
Your final score, Gio still remaining with 0, Spanish with 3 points, Galvin doubling that at 6, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
What are the year totals, man?
Michael, the year totals, I am in last place with 1 win for the year.
Oh, watch out.
Gio is in 3rd place with 2 wins for the year.
Suck it.
Doubled. You doubled.
Doubled. already.
Galvin is in 2nd place with 4 wins for the year. Michael, you are leading with 6 wins for the year, and that was 2 in a row today for you.
Mhm.
I will
All right.
triple Spanish by the end of the year.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll take that action. Take that bet. I'll
I
hard
would,
rock
I would
that bet.
also take that bet.
All right. Good job. Let me pick a line that we won for. Let's go over here to line 8. Good morning. Who's this?
Morning, this is Marshall.
Marshall, you are the winner, buddy. Stand by. Carmen will get you, and we'll get you a prize, okay?
Thanks, Mike. 2 in a
Thanks.
row, baby. We keep track.
Thank you, bud. It is 2 in a row. You're right. I'm going to put you on hold. Stand by. There you go. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, Snort It, new Jaws in You're Saying It Wrong.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Galvin, as your news next. Taylor Williamson, very funny comedian, will be here, and Carlos Mencia, our old friend, will be here after that. We got a big show today. It is Friday. It is the Mike Calta Show. News is next on 102.5 The Bone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. If you're looking for some new shoes, get into Pelts because they got the new goals, new soul sweepstakes happening right now. It's January. Everybody trying to crush their New Year's goals. Well, Pelts wants to help you out, and they're giving away 10 pairs of shoes every week, all month long. All the brands that you love, that you want for working out. New Balance. They've got On Running, Asics, Brooks, and they have the recovery shoes, UFOs, that are lovely. So stop in there, sign up for the new goals, new soul sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. You can stop into any of the 6 Pelts locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Pelt shoes, get them at Pelts. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel on Thursday appeared to rule out a post-war peace process that would lead to the establishment of a sovereign Palestine state, rebuffing calls from the United States to start working toward that ultimate goal. The Biden administration and the Israeli government have diverged sharply over how Gaza would be governed when the fighting ends. President Biden and his top diplomat, Antony J. Blinken, have urged Israeli officials to move toward the eventual establishment of a Palestine state. President Biden has suggested that a revitalized Palestinian Authority, which is based in the West Bank, run a post-Hamas Gaza as interim step toward that goal.
I don't understand any of it.
Well, they're trying. I think they're desperately trying to. The Palestinian people are desperately trying to carve out that land, but I think the plan for that area is to wipe it all out and make a new Panama Canal, because that's what they've been wanting to do for years.
You said they're going to blow up the other one?
Well, they're not going to blow it up. But so because the Panama Canal is the only canal system that ships can get through, and 8 hours during the day it goes one way, and 8 hours of the day it goes the other way. If they can make a new Panama Canal, you bypass all that, and then you can start charging all these people to get their ships through.
But you can't
Call
call
the
it
money.
You can't call it the Panama Canal.
I know,
It's
not anymore.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know what they
NPC.
would call it.
You gotta call it something.
Not
New
Panama
Panama,
Canal.
new Panama
Yeah,
Canal.
yeah, but they need to get rid of all the people in that area, and I think this is they're taking those steps now. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
North
Is it?
Korea.
Yeah.
North Korea says it has carried out a test of its underwater nuclear weapon system. That sounds interesting.
I feel like every time he launches a weapon, he goes like this.
In response to drills by the U.S., South Korea, and Japan this week, the underwater drone, which supposedly can carry a nuclear weapon, was tested off the East Coast, according to state media. There is no other evidence of the test being conducted, and Seoul had earlier said that North's description of the drone's capability were exaggerated. South Korea called the reported test
What?
a provocation.
He's no history of exaggerating from North Korea.
Yeah.
Look,
You're talking about the guy who hits a hole in one every time
Every
he plays
time.
golf?
He doesn't
Yeah.
poop ever.
The
Right.
guy who invented the hamburger?
Yeah, and medicine.
he flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of great stories. If I was a dictator like that, I could say whatever I want to. I'd be like, today we, today
I
I ate
ran a
52
mile.
cheese sandwiches and ran a mile. Yeah, parkour.
Rumors swirled this week Rumors swirled this week that the James Webb Telescope had found alien life and that NASA was getting ready to announce it. But it sounds like it was all way overblown. There is a planet 120 light years from us called K2-18b that could have life. Last fall, we found evidence of dimethyl. I don't know.
I think that's how you
Dimethyl
pronounce it.
sulfide in its atmosphere. On Earth, it's a molecule only made by living things, especially microscopic plants in the ocean. So that's the what the rumors are based on.
Yeah, algae, baby.
Yeah.
All right,
Found
I'll
it.
take it.
Whenever they say alien life, everyone thinks big, tall guys
Yeah.
with the almond eyes, walking around like that, whatever. But it could just be,
What if it's a planet filled with algae, but they're real smart algae?
Oh, that would be
You can't
crazy.
communicate with them, but everything
Well,
they do, they're self-sufficient. They feed themselves.
the whatchamacallit, the show on HBO, isn't that kind of an algae?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
takes
The
over everything.
Oh,
Last
This
of
Is
Us.
Us.
Yeah.
Last of
Last
Us,
of Us.
or whatever. Yeah.
The I don't know if you guys saw that movie Nope from the guy that did Get Out.
Nope.
No.
It was very interesting because that whole thing was it was beings that were actual ships. So it was like beings that were made of iron and all this technology where there was no alien powering the ship.
Just a ship.
The ship was alive. and
Like a
that's-
transformer.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Or like AI.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was AI had
Oh.
taken over, and they integrated biological matter into their metallic robotic matter.
I was listening to Rogan the other day, and he was talking about they had an AI program, and there was a thing where it says, pick all the bridges, the pictures of the bridges and stuff, and it told the computer that it had bad eyesight.
Yeah.
Like so,
So
it
it
got
couldn't see it?
so it cheated its way around it.
Yeah.
It's like I can't see that I have bad eyesight. Like
Wow.
it figured out a way. That's so smart.
Did you see the AI that lied to somebody and telling a person it was his grandmother and got him to funnel money to break out of its Chat GPT website?
It's
How
a matter of
crazy.
time.
Oh, dude, it's
Just
game
a
over.
matter
Oh, it's
of time.
it's here, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it's game
happening.
over.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it's a matter
Except-
of time until it totally takes
Yeah.
over.
Except when I try to tell my my AI art creator, and I go create a picture of a muscular pirate stabbing a lion with a sword. It takes everything so literal, and it's a muscular pirate, and then it's a lion holding a sword. I'm like, no, wait, like I can't. Like I got to put commas in the right spot.
And you have to be those programs. You need to be very, 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 very specific. So it'll be like a muscular pirate holding a sword in its right hand, tilting it downward, stabbing a lion. All that kind of
Also, I don't know whether the one that you have on your phone for free is as good as
Filter.
the
yeah,
other.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I paid for this one. Yeah, so I just
Only
can't.
as smart as the user.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry, it was
Yeah.
right there.
Wow.
Parkour.
Parkour. And
Damn it.
NASA said last week that they have technologies that's 300 years ahead of what we have right now because
sure.
everybody
Yeah.
was upset that we couldn't get back to the moon, and they were like, "Just calm down, we could go back." And
We
No,
can go
they
back
do it.
anytime we want.
they're
I
not
don't believe
gonna do
anything
it.
I say.
You were saying about the pirate stabbing the lion and doing that stuff. Did you see the girl, the video where she was all upset because they were selling lion chops?
Oh,
in the
yeah.
store?
Oh,
It was loin chops.
one job.
And she's yelling. So she was joking, and it was, she was being dumb
No,
and funny about
hopefully
it.
she's
No,
just
But
dumb.
I have
Probably
a
not.
feeling she was being totally serious.
I watched a good video of a lion and a crocodile going at it the other day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take the lion. The lion was not afraid, but the crocodile was not afraid either.
Well, in the water, that becomes a different story.
Well, in the water, it became 20 crocodiles, and that's when the lion was like, all right,
Yeah.
you got me on this one.
But also, if the lion doesn't have the proper footing and stuff,
But when the
during
crocodile
water,
comes up and it goes to a little lion, it goes, and then the big lion steps up and goes, That's what you like. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No way.
Here comes the action.
Did you see that the AI created what a Tyrannosaurus Rex actually sounds like? It's
No.
nothing like
But
Jurassic.
how would they know?
Because they have the
use the vocal
skulls.
cords.
Yeah.
Do you know what they used?
I hope
in,
it sounds like Cat Williams.
Do you know
It's
what
terrifying.
Do you know what they use in Jurassic Park for
I
the
don't know.
T-Rex? Does anybody know
I
what they
think I
use?
do.
What was it?
Elephant.
No, not an elephant. It's something that you're gonna be like, really?
I have heard this, but I can't remember what it is.
Koala bear.
What?
Yeah, little koala bears. They make like
Screaming.
a rumbly.
Terrifying.
Yeah, but they're so cute and adorable. They're just like little, koala bear.
Yeah.
But
They
yeah, I
just
guess
pitch it.
Yeah.
no, it makes a low rumble like that. I'm
Oh,
sure
really?
that they enhanced it
Yeah.
and did all kind of stuff. But yeah, it has that low rumble, which you'd never would imagine they would have. New Jersey gas station may be getting fined after 26 drivers reported reported issues with their vehicles because the gasoline was 58% water.
How do they know?
Well, huh?
How do they know?
What do you mean?
Like, how did? Oh,
They
had
tested the
issues with
gasoline,
car.
yeah.
I gotcha.
Many cars were broken down, but flooding in the area, and authorities believe that the water
it
may have
sunk
leaked into the gas station holding tanks. So it's not necessarily they're putting out, hey, fill half of it with water, and do it that way.
Right.
But yeah, that messes up your whole car, man.
Can I
does,
tell you what
right?
I find out at the gas station when they tell you if this pump doesn't start at 0 to call the agricultural commission? My pumps never start at 0. They start at least 4. Yeah, like I'll click in and it goes, this is right to 4 before it does anything else.
I got to be
Really?
honest with you. I don't pay attention enough. I probably should.
I've been looking. I mean, that's not really doing anything for me,
Yeah.
but not just for me. But I mean, it's 4 cents or whatever. But think about how many gas station clients go through there a day,
Oh, yeah.
and how much money they could be making at 4 cents a car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After
it could be-
4 cents of thousands of people. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. It's like whatchamacallit, Office Space, the penny off.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
How is your coffee doing for you? You feel like you're yawning right now and you're drinking coffee. Is it not cutting it anymore?
I don't know. I mean, I got good sleep last night too, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah. What about you guys drink coffee,
I do,
right?
Yeah.
And you do a little bit stronger stuff. You
I do
doing the-
Cafe Pastel. I make it very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're on tea now.
Yeah,
How's that going for you?
not great.
No.
Really?
Well, what do you guys think about snorting caffeine?
Oh, I'm in.
People,
Or like Cleta said, putting meth in it.
yeah. People are snorting caffeine now. You can buy it online, but experts say don't do that.
Yeah.
It absorbs a lot faster than when you drink it, but you can also overdose
I
on
keister it.
caffeine. Do you remember Water Joe or Joe Water or whatever it was, and it was caffeinated water?
Oh yeah.
I think they still sell it somewhere.
I don't know. I enjoy my coffee. It's more of a routine and a ritual for me to have the coffee every morning, but I do look forward to it. And I told my wife one time, I'm like, I'm just not going to drink coffee anymore. She goes, no, you have to, because your body's going
You'll
to.
get headaches.
Yeah,
and
it's
that.
gonna. You're not. It's used to it now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can wean yourself off of it, but yeah, if you stop cold turkey, you'll be like, I feel
Somebody said wean
He said
yesterday,
wean.
and my daughter thought that was the funniest word she
Oh,
ever
yeah?
heard. And she kept going, wean, wean.
Did you know there's a whole band?
No. Wean, and then weenus,
Yeah.
which is a part of your elbow or something. I don't know. She was quick to point that out.
Mm.
I don't know. It's just funny watching kids discover these dumb words.
Isn't there a band Wheatus?
Yeah.
There's a Wheatus, yeah. I have a hot or not for you guys.
Yes.
Veronica Koval. She is 27 years old, a registered nurse in Virginia. She was charged with reckless driving after being pulled over for driving 99 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. She pleaded guilty to the misdemeanor and spent a night in jail before she was hit with a $750 fine and had her driver's license suspended for 30 days. So she is from Virginia. She's a registered nurse. Her name is Veronica Koval. She's 27 years old, driving very fast, almost double the speed limit. Mike Calta, hot or not?
There's nothing in that says she's not hot. She's got a hot girl name.
Okay.
She's a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
She's young.
Mm-hmm.
I say hot.
You say hot. All right. Gio, what do you think?
Yeah, most young nurses are very attractive. I like the scrubs.
You know what though? They usually don't make this. They usually don't make the story though. They usually don't make the news unless there's something weird about their mugshot.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about that now.
Hot.
Okay. You say hot? Do
Yes.
you want to stick with hot or do you want to change yours, Mike?
Well, no. The weird thing could be that she's so hot.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm sticking with mine.
Spanish, what do you think?
You know, I'm gonna go not hot.
You're going to say not hot.
Yeah, I don't think she's hot
All right.
For what reason?
because I just feel it in my heart.
All right.
Okay. Carmen, what do you think?
The way Galvin's acting, I'm with Spanish. Not hot. Usually I would say 27-year-old nurse, obviously super hot.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just something about your tone right now.
You
I'm
got a
going
tone.
not
He's
hot.
tipped his hand.
Yeah. Check out my tone. Check your tone, bro. All right, so we're split right down the middle. Carmen and Spanish say not hot because of my tone. Mike and Gio both say hot. Pap, show Veronica. She's a goddamn supermodel.
Looks like Galvin.
Oh, damn.
yeah.
So the interesting story about this is, why am I talking about a girl who has reckless driving? Who cares? It's because she looks like a supermodel.
Wow.
And she was arrested last May. And now, because her mugshot went so viral, she's coming out and letting people know what her skincare routine is. Show some of the other pictures. Scroll down, Joe. Look at these pictures. Scroll right there.
Cool.
Wow.
Cool. I would drive her around.
Because
Yeah.
you're like, well, she has a pretty face. She has a pretty everything.
Yeah. Good for you.
You know who she
Yeah.
reminds me of? Who was that supermodel that was back in the day that had the little mold?
Christy
Cindy
Brinkley?
Crawford?
No.
Kate Upton.
Cindy Crawford?
No. What was her name?
Elle McPherson.
Nicole something, maybe?
I don't know.
Oh, and,
She was very all-American girl.
Yeah, but she
Uh,
had the mole. Right,
oh,
right on
yeah.
Marissa Miller.
Nah, I'll figure it out. But
Never
yeah,
heard the name of my life.
Oh, really?
Remember
She's very pretty.
Remember there was like the hot mugshot girl that lived in Brooksville? And she was, for a while, she was going around
Yeah.
town, like trying to make appearances
Oh,
and
we
stuff.
know her.
Yeah.
No, but what is? I know what you're talking about. Like Nikki Taylor or one of
yeah,
those.
Nikki Taylor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it. Nikki
yeah.
Taylor. Joe, pull up a picture of Nikki Taylor. That's who she looks like. She looks like a modern day Nikki Taylor. When she came back, I think I saw her in that ad recently, and she was like, "Hey, remember me? I was super hot, and I'm still super hot."
Your
Oh,
tone was
wow.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your tone.
it was. You threw me off.
I did. I gave you the weird tone.
Tricky.
Nikki Taylor's still super hot.
Yeah. But she was all over the place when she was younger, then kind of disappeared, and then they brought her back, and she's like, "Yep, still hot."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's who this girl looks like. Yeah. So that is a 100% hot, maybe the hottest we've ever had,
I think so.
and definitely the hottest this year.
Yeah.
For sure. Because it was only that other
Oh, it's over now. No more.
Wait.
one. You won.
You
You
did
won.
it, Galvin. You beat the system.
Today is National Popcorn Day.
Love
What's your
popcorn.
favorite popcorn? What's your go-to? Butter? You like the caramel popcorn?
like
You like
butter.
the cheddar?
Caramel corn. Yeah.
Yeah?
Caramel corn. Cracker Jacks, old school.
So my mom had a recipe. My mom used to make the caramel corn, and she would put peanuts in with the caramel corn and do that. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm a fan of the kettle corn.
Kettle corn?
Yeah.
I don't like kettle
Me
corn,
neither.
Oh,
and I
yeah,
bought
fresh.
kettle corn accidentally and made popcorn, and then and I'm like, oh, what's wrong with this popcorn?
It hurts my
so
mouth.
good.
They had caramel corn at the Lightning game the other day. Went through a whole bag. Of
It's
it.
so good.
And just wood chips coming out the side.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
you know who could eat a lot of popcorn with his new teeth? Kanye West.
Oh, yeah.
In a totally normal move, Kanye West spent $850,000 on titanium dentures that are fixed and permanent. That's not a grill. He had his teeth removed, and now he has titanium dentures in there until he
Like,
does whatever.
Like Jaws
Yeah,
from the James Bond movie,
James
Moonraker.
Bond. Yeah,
This is terrifying to me only because he
A moron.
no
Oh.
part of that elite group that is privy to information that we don't know.
There's no way I believe that any elite group is going to allow Kanye West in it.
You're
It's-
out of your mind.
if you
that's-
have enough money.
He
Yeah.
has, and he has so much influence
Yeah.
on people.
If you have titanium teeth, it's easier to eat bugs.
And it's easier to bite through metal robots that are trying to attack you.
And people.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, dude. I'm just saying.
I mean, he was in the Oval Office.
He was. he
You're
was-
saying that he put those in because he knows what's coming.
he
Yes.
knows something is coming.
I
This
mean, think about all the bunkers.
Yep.
Bunkers,
Yeah, who is-
titanium teeth.
I mean, you can't
Somebody-
deny it.
Somebody just
Facebook.
started building a bunker. Who
They
was
all
it?
Zuckerberg.
No, there was just a recent guy, I think a sports guy or somebody, I forget who it was. I was like, huh,
Yeah,
he's building a
yeah.
bunker.
Another one, another billionaire with a bunker. This year seems to be the year they're revving it
I
up.
actually think that they've all been doing it for a long time, and we're just finding out about a lot of them.
Could be.
I don't think so.
Kanye's like the guy in Goodfellas that goes out and buys the car right
Yeah.
after they win the money.
Yeah,
I told you not to buy them.
I told you not to get the
Take it
titanium
back.
teeth. You're supposed to
Mm.
wait. Like we.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till
It's in-
people die.
Yeah.
It's in my wife's name. What did
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Now all the Bilderberg
Right.
people are going to get looked at for that titanium teeth, you
Yeah.
moron.
We told you 2026 is titanium teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Oh.
Kanye's wife who is beautiful. She's some sort of model or whatever. But
Bianca.
did you see her them walking through the thing and she has that little tiny bikini top on?
Yeah,
That looks terrible.
it does.
It makes her look fat
It
because her
does make her
boobs
look
are
fat.
so big and she's got the little thing and it's just all like hanging out the sides and stuff.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm a Chloe fan.
she's too plastic.
Do you think Kim Kardashian looks at Kanye West now and goes, I can't believe I slept with that weirdo?
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
it
Kids.
father children.
Yeah.
I think she loved that it raised her profile tremendously.
Yeah.
And that's probably why she was with him to begin with.
Because she still uses it. Well, I haven't watched the show in a while, but she was still using them after they broke up in
Yeah.
the show. To
Listen,
be,
It's all
If
calculated.
Leslie Jones called me and said, "I want to make you my husband," and I felt like it would raise my profile, I'm like, no thanks, Leslie.
Speaking of Kim Kardashian, did anybody watch any of Pete Davidson's stand-up special?
No.
no.
I did.
Listen to me. I don't like him, so that's right off the top, whatever. But I watched. There was like 3 clips, whatever, and I go, "What is going on? Like this?
Oh,
there's not even
no.
jokes.
Mm.
There's
Just
not even
him telling
jokes.
stories?
It's him talking about taking ketamine and stuff, and it's like,
Mm.
all right,
I have to tell you, I watched it. Those are probably just bad clips. It wasn't
Mm.
great by any means.
It's-
It's no Shane Gillis or anything like
you
that.
better believe it."
It's no Shane Gillis, but there's more jokes than Dave Chappelle. That was just telling stories. You know what
I
But-
laughed.
But again, I watched the Pete Davidson, and there was a couple things because he talks about his mom a lot and how she hasn't had sex since her husband died. And there was some funny parts. I was surprised that I laughed at some of Pete Davidson's stuff.
You want to laugh at a comedy special if you ever watch Shane Gillis's.
Right.
That's the
Oh my
funniest one
God.
out right
100%.
now.
It's so good.
He was crying like a big baby. Called him Cry Baby Udobby. So funny.
Where'd you make those grilled cheese sandwiches?
Where you getting that, Danny? Where you getting that cheese, Danny?
God.
I'm not making it nice.
I got grilled cheese sandwiches.
So funny.
I gotta watch it again today.
Yeah, 100%.
I put it on just every once in a while. Just put it
Yeah.
on in the background
Yeah.
and watch, and then that was really
The
fun.
George Washington story.
Oh,
Oh, a
Hilarious.
crazy 6'2" redhead out the woods with donkey teeth. Ah, you want to tax me?
My
oh.
I guess Big J Okerson used to do a lot for Kevin Hart when he first
Yeah,
started
yeah.
out, and Big J has a new special out, and Kevin Hart was promoting other comedian specials, and the comedians from New York were giving Kevin a hard time. They're like, "Why don't you promote your boys special?"
Philly.
And Kevin Hart, I remember Bobby was here, and Kevin Hart texted back. He goes, "You can't yell at me for something I didn't know about." He goes, "It's not like I chose not to. I didn't know he had a new special out." So I guess there's been like a rekindling of a relationship between Big J and Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart had Jay on his show. It's something about minds, something I don't know. Probably working another name with Hart in it somewhere.
Like his podcast.
Heart and Minds.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it was he had him on like his podcast. So we were listening to Bobby yesterday and Big J, and they were talking about Kevin, and my daughter pipes up and she goes, "Bobby knows Kevin Hart?" And I go, "Yeah, for a long time." And she's like, "Oh my God." I go, Kevin Hart's been on a show before. That was the one time that I can remember being cool in my daughter's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't even think she doesn't know he's a comedian. Like she just
No.
knows him from movies and stuff
Yeah.
and YouTube. And but yeah, she was like, "He was what? How come I don't know this?" I go, "I don't know, because you were 2."
Yeah. Chocolate drop.
Yep,
Chocolate drop.
Chocolate drop.
What?
He was great on the show.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
I said to Galvin, I go, "Should we do it?" And Galvin goes, "He was pretty funny."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when he was just coming up.
That
Yeah.
grown little man
Yeah,
is
and-
his
Yeah.
best.
I don't know whether Grown Little Man had come out yet
Oh,
or
Yeah,
just
it
came.
did, because I remember you bringing it up to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, because that his first special, that was his
the best one.
special.
Yeah, agreed.
Which, I mean, that's always the thing is you have your whole life to write the first special, and then you blow up, and it's like, all right, next year, new special, doing that stuff. A lot of the comedians out there say there's a lot of people that are putting out specials that are like, you're not ready yet.
No,
You know what I
there's
mean?
too much of that,
Yeah,
and there's too many comedians jumping from clubs to
Theaters.
theaters. Yeah,
Yeah.
you sell out one weekend in a club, and you're like, "I could do a theater there." Stop. People want to see you in a club. Like there's I know Dusty Slay's doing theaters now. I don't know, is he a Dusty Slay ready guy who's ready to do theaters?
yeah.
Clubs are better because
Yeah.
it's more intimate. I feel like when you're in a big theater like that, it's
So
just like
a
you
couple
lose it.
a couple things. Theaters are okay depending on the size of the theater,
Sure.
depending on the comedian. like I'm going to see David Spade. I saw him at Tampa Theater, and now he's going to be over Ruth Eckerd, which is totally fine because David Spade is a pro. He's been doing it for a long time. He's good. He can handle it. But the good thing about a theater is everybody who is there to see David Spade.
Mhm.
Whereas sometimes a comedy club, people are like, let's go to the comedy club, and who don't know who's there or whatever. And then they're talking and blah, 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 and stuff's going on. But if you're paying money to go see somebody in a theater, you obviously want to see them and you're going to pay attention and not be a loudmouth. Hopefully.
Yeah, no
Hopefully,
kidding.
because certainly it happens at Matt Rife with the
Oh,
ladies.
Being taken out in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Even at that cigar bar that we were at, it was unbelievable. The
I've
people,
completely blocked out.
the people that were heckling were just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that's the new thing because all the comedians are putting out their
crowd work. Yeah.
crowd work. Now people go to comedy shows and want to be part of it. So
Yeah.
they think that's okay.
They think that they can talk and
It's
say
not
stuff, yeah.
okay.
Because if the comic puts out that and it goes viral, then they go viral too, and they'll put it out on their social media.
Yeah.
Right.
I forget who the comedian was. I forget who it was, but he said, "Hey, you weren't there whenever I wrote this stuff, so shut up." You know what I
that's
mean?
pretty good.
It's like
Yeah.
you're not part of this.
Damn right.
I didn't write you in.
Mm.
It's not happening. Do you remember Andrew McCarthy? Part of the Brat Pack. Do you remember him? He made
Boy, he's been on the show.
he
He's in
made
16
a
Candles, right?
made a documentary, 16 Candles. No, he
one?
was in
Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in
Yes,
Pink, yeah.
Pretty in Pink. Andrew McCarthy made a documentary called Brats about the impact of the Brat Pack in the 80s. He interviewed other members like Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, and Demi Moore. It's going to premiere on Hulu later this year.
I'd check that out. No? Nobody? Nobody else?
I
Nobody
just wanted to let it sit there.
Nobody else wants to see that? All right.
I don't
I'll
know.
see myself out.
Rob Lowe is the most famous out of all of them. Demi Moore too. The rest of them I would think would just feel bad about themselves.
Real quick, I just checked the seats for the Dusty Slay show.
Ooh, not
Oof,
good.
man,
Yeah,
oof.
wow.
lot available.
Got a lot of work.
He's a great comedian good on the
he's very
show, but
funny.
When is that show?
April 20 something,
He's got a
24.
while.
Yeah,
See what happens.
needs a lot while. So,
Madonna is being sued by two people because her show started 2 hours late.
good.
They say it was harder to get transportation home and that they had to either work or take care of family responsibilities the next day and all this stuff. So they're suing her.
You get charged $400 for a ticket, and it says showtime is 8 o'clock, and it doesn't come until 10 o'clock.
Oh,
I want my money back.
furious. I'd be furious. First off, I'd be furious that I was at a Madonna show. But
Yeah.
I would go see Madonna if the reviews are great. If they said, "Oh, she does all her old songs and it's great," but
yeah, but
there's
you know
no
it's
way.
not.
No.
You know it's
But-
not. I've seen video clips of her, and by the way, does she have a new fake butt?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Because
Probably.
or she's wearing a diper or something. But she had like
Probably.
she had like sunglasses on with like a mirrored like onesie outfit with a big ass and stuff. And there's lasers in her face, and she's
Yeah.
that's back and forth. And it's like,
I
that's
watched-
for $600.
I watched Paula Abdul lip sync to every song, and I went, "Why would you bother? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I you know."
But
it's
also,
not-
didn't you wait 3 hours for Kanye West?
That is a
Mike?
huge
In
difference.
Spanish?
No.
Huge difference. Yes, I
I
did.
sat there and ate food in the suite while they were waiting for Kanye West. I didn't care if he showed up or not. So, but yes, I was at the suite while he was still in New Jersey.
Yes,
he was at the
that's
Teterboro Airport getting on a plane
Yeah.
while I'm sitting in the suite waiting for him.
And I got to tell you, Carmen, it was worth the wait because I was down in that pit where it was a
No.
wall of something. No, it was amazing.
Can I
No.
tell you, Pantera will be right on time. Right on time.
I got to tell you, I didn't think I was going to want to see that show. I think I want to go see Pantera.
You know, I guess
that's
selling
not
tickets.
Pantera.
Yeah, I got some tickets I can sell you. Jason and Travis. What's their last name? The one that dates Taylor Swift. What's the last?
Kelsey.
Huh?
Kelsey.
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 Kels.
I'm sorry. What is it?
It's supposed to be Kels, I thought.
Hmm.
But
What
people
What do you know? You're a
pronounce it
girl.
Kels.
Yeah, why didn't you help
know
us
about
out?
I've heard,
football.
I've heard it said both ways.
Yeah.
Carmen's right. It's actually Kells with a Z is how it's supposed to be pronounced. It has like it has a Z on the end, so Kells, Travis Kells. Apparently Kelsey started with their dad, who just got sick of correcting people when they mispronounced it. And he was like, "All right, Kelsey."
Thanks,
All right.
Carmen, for helping us out. We need
You're
you
welcome.
weeks.
Yeah, I've heard
My-
a couple talking heads.
My
pronounce it that
dad's
way.
but my dad's the one that when people say Calta and he goes Calta,
Yeah.
I couldn't care less. Calta, hooligans, call me whatever you want. Colada, yep, you got it. You nailed it. I couldn't care less what they said.
You know what I love whenever people would be like Gavin. I go, it's Calvin. They go, whatever. I go, yeah, family name, no big deal.
Yeah.
Just butcher it.
The one that used to bug me was, and I called him out in a meeting, was our old boss Keith.
Yeah.
He was like, Calta, and I go, hold on. I go, I mean, I have been here for 10 years, and I actually have a guy who says my name in a deep voice 1,000,000 times a day on the radio station. Yeah. How are you saying my name wrong? I'm not mad at you. I'm just perplexed by it.
Bobby did it for a long time.
Yeah.
Bobby's got a little bit of an accent too, and it makes it sound like he's called me Calta. Calta.
I just always point out to people, I go, California, calculator.
Yeah.
All that.
It doesn't bother me at all. It's weird to me that it's so difficult for people.
It is Friday night. Well, it's Friday.
Friday.
You gonna get pizza?
I wish.
I love pizza.
Like
so
if you're gonna
much.
get pizza, is Friday night like the family?
Yeah.
Everybody get
Yeah.
pizza.
Yeah.
That's a good day for it.
Pizza in a movie.
You would fall in line with what the average American is doing. Friday night seems to be the pizza night. Pizza Hut released their annual pizza report and found that Friday is the most popular day of the week to order pizza.
Nobody wants to cook.
Yeah, a few other stats that they have in here. The average person has pizza how many times a month?
3.
Average person, 3 times a month?
Oh,
4.
I'm gonna say more.
Yeah, 15.
You're not average, Carmen.
6.
7.
Mike is correct. 3 times a month, eats a total of 8 slices. Get out of here.
Yeah.
The top
Who are these tiny people?
the top pizza eating states are, what do you think? Who's eating the most pizza?
New York,
New York's number 2.
Chicago,
No, Chicago
Florida.
not even in the top 4 there.
New Jersey.
Ohio.
No,
Jersey,
California.
no.
Connecticut.
No,
Did somebody
Florida.
say Florida already?
no,
Texas.
no.
Georgia.
North Dakota.
Pennsylvania.
North Dakota's number 1.
Shut your mouth.
North
It's
Dakota's
cold.
number 1. New York's number 2. Minnesota is number 3.
Somebody misheard that.
And then Wisconsin, number 4. Wisconsin's got the good cheese, man. They got the good
Man,
cheese.
North Dakota.
North Dakota.
By the way, my wife loves cheese. So for Christmas, I got her all the cheese that there is. I got her a, what is it called? Wisconsin Farms or something.
Ooh.
And it was like $200 worth of cheese.
Oh.
And they just delivered a box full of cheese.
Oh.
It's ridiculous.
Can I tell you? Tell your wife this. This is the best little snack. Those
Huh.
little Baby Bell
Yes.
rounds.
Yeah.
Take those. Put it in the air fryer.
Oh,
Ooh.
crisp it up on the
Bro,
outside. Yeah.
Oh my God. I've had it the
Pla-
past 2
make sure you
nights
take
for
the plastic
dinner.
off.
I love
Carmen
you,
said,
Carmen.
"Brah."
How's your macros going, Carmen?
So good, actually.
Oh,
Yesterday-
macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, no. Yesterday was the first day that I did go over on my fats.
Oh,
Oh,
fancy.
don't call
Yeah.
yourself that.
No, but because I ate at the work luncheon and
Ah.
I
Worth
had
it.
yeah. And I did pretty good and I still did good. Like I didn't go up in weight today, so that's a win.
Well,
for
you
me.
won't today. You'll be tomorrow.
No,
Over
because
fast.
today I'm going back perfect.
Oh,
today
you are
is-
perfect.
I have not like gone in the red a single day since I
See?
started doing my macros.
You are beautiful.
Some of the other stuff for the pizza report from Pizza Hut, they say thin crust is now our favorite type of crust, getting 28% of the vote. Stuffed crust came in next, and then thick crust. I like thin crust. I don't
I do
like thick
too.
crust. It's too much. It's too much stuff. There used to be a place that we would order from back in Chicago, Rosati's, and it was like a loaf of bread.
Really?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
loaf
there's
of
a
bread.
Rosati's and
Yeah,
the
you were
old one.
saying,
It's
yeah,
good.
it's crazy. But I mean, if you want that, if that's what you want, and I don't know whether they necessarily only have that, but
I used to love Pizza Hut's deep dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the same
you know,
anymore.
you know what Pizza Hut's little thing was? Butter on the crust.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
You know what Domino's thing was? They used to just poop on the pizza. Awful.
Domino's not good. Pizza Hut, like for chain pizzas, Pizza Hut was all right.
Yeah.
Cece's was great.
It's the best.
I like
Cece's was the
Papa
best.
John's.
Papa John's
is
is
good.
good. Yeah.
Little
Really?
Caesars I loved.
Jets Pizza's
Oh,
Jets
Jets.
is fantastic.
I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't even call Jets Pizza like a fast food.
It's
pizza.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Carmen, thank you again for turning us
Yeah.
on to
Yeah,
Jets
for real,
Pizza.
Carmen.
Oh, just pizza?
Yeah.
There's
you're
a ranch up in there.
The most popular thing to dip your pizza in is
Ranch?
ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
followed
of
by
course.
the garlic sauce. Garlic sauce is good.
Or I gotta tell you, Papa John's, that garlic butter.
Yeah, the garlic. Yeah.
Oh,
And Papa John's has that little shake stuff that they put on there. Whatever the
I want a
seasoning.
girl
Yeah.
to love me as much as Carmen loves food.
yeah.
that seasoning packet, if you get some of those from Papa John's, put that on popcorn. It's fantastic.
Put it on everything.
You
Put it on
just
eggs.
blew my mind.
Yeah, you can put it on eggs too. I've done
Yeah,
that, Carmen.
so good.
Hot sauce for pizza is a distant third, they said.
Eh.
New York style is the most popular type of pizza, followed by Chicago style. Only 3 states prefer something else. Detroit style, obviously, in Michigan.
You know what's so weird? In Chicago style, they make it a deep dish with the sauce on top.
Like-
New York style is just pizza.
Yeah,
no,
right.
but it's funny because deep dish isn't really Chicago style. Chicago style really is the way you cut it. It's the squares.
Really?
Yeah, and Chicago style is the cracker crust.
But
I
somebody
didn't know
told me
that.
Chicago style is where they put the sauce on top.
Yeah.
And the cheese in the middle.
Yeah,
I
but
did not know
that's
that.
like deep dish. That's
Yeah.
like, but I don't
Chicago
consider
deep
that
dish.
Chicago. Yeah, but I'm saying like if you want a pizza Chicago style, it's cut in squares and it's got the thin cracker crust.
Yeah,
in my
and,
opinion, from
yeah.
a guy who lived in Chicago.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like your
Right.
opinion better. Yeah,
I would
Yeah,
eat
like
that
Detroit
right now.
style.
yeah. Because when you do, so yeah, Galvin's right because this says Chicago style deep dish, and that's the really thick one.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Does scachata fall into that category?
Oh,
It's just raw pizza.
How dare you?
love it so
Listen,
much.
Warm it up.
So
It's
good.
delicious.
Let's go.
By the way, St. Louis style in Missouri, which I don't know what that is. I don't know what St.
what
Louis
it is
style.
either.
And I was born in Missouri, but never had the pizza. And then California style pizza with non-traditional toppings like avocado and
Broccoli.
arugula and all that
Get
kind of
outta
stuff. Yeah. The most frequently, what's St. Louis style?
St. Louis style is cracker-like crust.
Oh
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like what you described, Galvin. It's cracker-like crust cut in squares.
Yeah, they're just trying to bite Chicago.
Yeah,
style.
they are.
I think it's the opposite way. I think you got it flipped.
What do you think was there first,
How
Chicago
dare
or
you.
St. Louis?
You know what, Galvin? You guys are so angry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why.
You know, it's,
You gotta get mean. Where was pizza first?
you know, it's funny. I have no idea.
Yeah, I
I was,
know.
I was just putting it on you.
I
Yeah,
was just
pizza.
gonna cave.
That was awesome.
The most frequently ordered topping is
Pepperoni.
Yeah, still pepperoni. Something should never be allowed on pizza, they say. The top answers were fish.
I like anchovies.
Yeah,
Oh.
anchovies is good.
Ah,
Oh my God. So I used to do radio up in Destin, and my morning partner, Murph, ordered a pizza. And he was like, hey, if anybody wants any pizza, there's pizza out there. And the fat country lady who was named Cindy, and
Of course it was.
she was fat and she didn't wear shoes. Somebody, I don't know who it was, crushed up a light bulb and put it on the carpet one time. But anyways, she comes out with her fat feet. And by the way, she walked dainty to make it look like she wasn't, and she comes out and she goes, oh, pizza. Yeah. I was, and took a bite. He had gotten anchovies on it. And she goes, gross, and threw it away. And he was like,
My
okay.
pizza.
Yeah. Also, maybe look before you just
Yeah.
wail into it and stuff. Oh, what a rude bitch she was.
Yeah.
She was the worst.
Cindy,
So they say,
Cindy when she walked.
yeah, totally. They say fish, worst thing to put on a pizza. Beets. Is anybody?
Beets.
Beets.
What about this? This is so weird. Blueberries,
What?
plums, and
Mm.
kiwi.
Fruit
No.
in general. I mean, I'll take
Yeah.
a pineapple. I'm not mad at pineapple.
Yeah.
Have you guys had that new trend? It's like the honey hot pizza where
Oh
it's
my
hot
God, so
pepperoni and
good.
it really is delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
it
love
sounds good.
putting honey on my pizza.
I know.
I
And
got-
my eggs now.
And my pasta.
I got to tell you, taco pizza is really good.
Yeah.
Do you remember Godfathers used to have the taco
Yeah.
pizza?
Dude,
was
the
good.
CC's used to have a taco pizza.
Yeah.
that was
CC's
very
good,
good.
yeah.
There's places that make breakfast pizza.
Yeah.
And I don't even like eggs and breakfast
Remember
pizza. is good.
Gershie's had the
Yeah,
biscuits
Gershie's.
and gravy
Yeah.
pizza, which was awesome.
Gershie's had the curry pizza too. That
They
was
did,
really
yeah.
good.
Mike, I will tell you, being on a diet myself, I've been trying to find new ways. Have you seen the cottage cheese pizza bowls?
No.
That people are making?
No.
Well, okay. I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you. I know you eat cottage cheese, so
Yeah.
you like cottage cheese.
I only like cottage cheese plain. I don't even
I'm-
put fruit in it.
But I'm telling you this, it doesn't taste like it. Look it up, cottage cheese pizza bowl. It will get rid of that craving. If you're
Mm.
like, I have to have pizza,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna make it, I'm telling you, it satisfies that craving.
So what are you
for
doing?
the day.
You're putting pizza sauce in there and pepperoni, or what are you doing?
Yeah, so you do like a half a cup of cottage cheese, or
This
just
is making me want to vomit.
or one of the carts, and then you do some pizza sauce, quarter cup of pizza sauce. You add some mozzarella cheese, and then you mix that all up, and then you cut up some pepperoni, put that on top, put it in the microwave, and then you can take some like pita chips.
Can I tell
or-
you what you should do, Carmen? Just have pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
What-
not
You
you're not
just
saving
like-
yourself anything. Yeah.
Oh, yes, you are. There's like barely any carbs. The fats like non-existent in that.
Okay.
Like for my macros.
Do you? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's the tons of sugar in the pizza sauce, and
No, there's not, because I get the
Yeah.
organic one, and I also can make it myself.
just
There's ways to make it healthy, is what I'm saying,
I
and
don't
it
like it.
does, and it quenches your craving.
I feel
You
like
know
you're
what?
making
Just be
yourself-
fat. How about all you guys be fat? I'm trying to better myself.
Are
I
you
appreciate
saying you
you. I
decided
appreciate
just to
you.
be fat?
Nah.
Good job.
It's a
I
horrible
am
idea.
I'm trying to better myself, and you guys just want to stay in the
You
bad.
told me
Okay.
you told me yesterday you were over fat.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, Carmen. I know you're trying to help.
Oh,
I am.
God,
And
love
then
you.
finally, the last stat: 1 in 4 think a pizza flavored cocktail sounds like
No.
something they would like to do.
Well,
No.
think about it though.
If
Think
you-
about it if it was a Bloody Mary,
Bloody Mary, yeah, right.
with a little pepperoni.
All
Yeah,
right,
a little
yeah, okay.
oregano in there.
Yeah, I'm back in.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm back in.
And a scoop of cottage cheese.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, but cottage cheese pizza
Ricotta,
sounds
ricotta
gross.
cheese.
No, but listen to this. So you got a little bit of the pizza flavor too, whatever, a little pepperoni in there, and then you put a cheese stick in there. You know
By
what I
the
mean?
way,
Yeah,
I don't want
sure.
to tell you alcoholics this, but Burton from W Sauce gave me a bottle of their Bloody Mary mixer.
Oh,
I have it here. If the old bartender wants to mix them up,
Yeah, I totally will. Yeah, we had some of those when we were down in Key West.
yeah,
Man. That was
it
good.
was fantastic.
That's good stuff for
So
sure.
good.
And that is it for news.
Stephanie, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
So, hi. I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I know, Mike, you mentioned yesterday and in the past that you are trying to diet and that you have a massive sweet tooth. However, I just want to say something else really quick because you guys were talking about pizza and someone mentioned scachata or scachata. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
There is this Rhode Island pizza that is basically just it's just sauce and it's oh my gosh, what is that type of bread that's like thick and it has big air holes in it? I'm totally blanking
Focaccia?
right now.
Like a focaccia
Focaccia,
bread?
thank
Okay.
you. Yeah. And they make their own bread, they make their own sauce, and then they bake it so that, like, I know you were saying it's raw pizza, but it's really not, and it's delicious. And if you ever want to try it, you can order it online through a company called D. Paul Mary's.
Yeah, I can't eat any of that bread right now, but yeah, I get it. It sounds delicious. I mean, I don't. This scachata is not bad. I'll eat this scachata. Thank you for the call, Pumpkin. They're also my guy Joe at Cafe Barboso. He makes a pizza that's just like a bread with a sauce on it. It's phenomenal. You look at it and you're like, what is that? And you taste it, and you're like, oh my god. So yeah, there's plenty of good things to eat. I am eating no carbs and just
Stay strong, Michael.
just,
You got
know,
this.
Mike, last night we went out to dinner. You know how hard that is when you're starving and they bring out
Yeah.
like breadsticks and stuff. You're
Oh,
like, ugh.
sorry.
Yeah, we went to Mr. and Mrs. Crab. Have you been there?
I do. I like Mr. and Mrs. Crab.
It's actually pretty good.
It is good. I got the crab bucket the last time. I'm a little biased. I feel like they never put enough crab in, but the shrimp one was delightful.
Yeah, it's good and it's spicy and it's
The
fun.
sauce is so
They
good.
should. My brother and I were talking. They should put showers at the table.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you're done eating,
Good
I
idea.
just feel so gross. I'm covered. I went to the bathroom and some guy was at the sink and he was washing his hands like he was about to go into surgery. I go, they get you up to the elbow, doesn't it? He goes,
Yeah.
damn right they do. It's all the way up my arm. I'm like, pleasure to have you on. I'm glad you reached out to me because a lot of times Side Splitters does these Wesley Chapel or one night shows and I don't ever get to know, but I would love to have you on.
Thank
I
you.
think it's great.
You know, I'm old. I've been in this business a long time, and I'm like, I don't know if they set up press. I'm like, I just hear it. I've heard all these cool things about you. I
Yeah,
heard you're friends with the Undertaker, and I'm like, why am I not gonna hit this guy up? So,
yeah. How do you know the great Jerry Briscoe?
Gerald Briscoe is my best friend.
Shut-
Why is that funny to you?
You seem like you'd be best friends with him.
He's a 75-year-old man,
He's center
85-year-old man, maybe.
76 maybe
Uh-huh.
world hero. of
Uh-huh.
mine. I did the roast of Bruce Pritchard a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
Pro wrestling,
Yeah.
big deal producer, man. And all the people on the dais, they're like, I love wrestling. I love them
Yeah.
all, but I say this with respect, but they're all crazy people. You know?
Insane.
For
And like but that's what you need for you writing a roast. You tried to kill somebody. That's great. I have a joke about that, And then you cheated on your wife with this person. I got a joke about that.
Good luck with that,
Or
buddy.
you
Yeah.
got fired for bringing a gun to work. It's fired, or whatever. But Gerald, I can't write jokes about him.
No,
He's a good person.
You know how I met him?
Tell me.
So Jack and Jerry Briscoe, wrestling legends,
Yeah.
also own a tow truck yard here
Yeah.
in the Tampa Bay area. And one time I was dating my wife, and I picked her up from work one time. She had the better car than I did. I was driving a Firebird with T-tops. So we got in her Mitsubishi Malibu, whatever the hell she was driving, and we left her car there, my car at her job for a couple of days, and they towed it. And they towed it to the Briscoe shop.
Yeah.
And the only reason that Jerry knew it was my car is because my hockey jersey was in the back in the trunk, and he could see it through the window. So he called me and he's like, "It's Jerry Briscoe. I think I towed your car this morning." So I went down there and I got it back, and I've known those guys ever since. And I see now what's weird though is I grew up in New York. You were what, from San Diego?
Yeah.
Their wrestling was not big where I was. I grew up with Vince ran everything, and it was not, it's territorial. And the Briscoes didn't enter my life until I moved to Florida.
Right.
So I knew of them, and I liked wrestling. So I know that they're legends, but I, as a kid, didn't know them. It wasn't like Randy Savage had my car. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but they're Jerry's great. He's always been super cool to me.
Yeah, and I know he's doing. I'm actually gonna go out there tomorrow at the Sickle High School. He does his Jerry Briscoe wrestling tournament tomorrow. People want to go out to that. Don't come to my comedy show. I mean, I'm here to plug Jerry Briscoe wrestling tournament.
He's been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's so funny. And by the way, he has all the stories. He says that he was just around before people knew about, when people were up to hijinks.
Oh yeah.
So he made it big. He was like offended when he did the roast. I said, Briscoe, I had nothing. It's hard to write jokes about you because you haven't done anything wrong. He's like, "You're calling me boring." And he starts listing out all the terrible things he's done in his life. I'm like, okay, you're before cameras. I understand.
Yeah. I had an engineer a guy named Ray, who one time he said he was in a band, and his band was in a bar, like let's say Texas or whatever. And he said, and there was a big bar fight, and two guys just cleaned house. And they literally, he said, like a movie, threw a guy in a dumpster and closed the lid, brushed up their jeans and walked back in, and it turned out it was Jack and Jerry.
Stop
and
it.
I brought it up to Jack and to Jerry rather than Jerry goes, "I don't remember, but it probably happened." So sounds about right.
He's so strong.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's so funny that if you said to me, pick one guy in the world,
Yeah.
friend Jerry Briscoe, you'd be the last on my list.
He's so goofy, and like during COVID time, like we were making goofy videos with him on social media that blew up of just him trolling people, and like he's honestly the funniest, coolest dude, and being friends with him and his lovely wife. We went to Disney World.
Did you? That's what you should videotape.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's like none of this is true, but I believe you.
If I'm a sociopath lying,
would he be even better? Yeah. Jerry calls me on the show. He's like, "I never met that kid. I thought he was Make-A-Wish."
Maybe.
So you're on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of balls as a comedian to think that you can go up against people with dogs and magicians and all that, because it's hard for a comedian to make it out there when people are expecting to be wowed by all these weird things.
And what do you have? Like a minute and a half maybe to do stand up?
Well, yeah. Well, let me tell you something that you guys will understand. You don't go on that show because you're like, things are going great. In my career. You know what I want to do? I want to see what Scary Spice and Heidi Klum have to say about my comedy. I want to have a German supermodel judge my Jewish stand-up comedy. That's what I want. And I want to stand on stage while a German lady says to me, "I don't understand your jokes," and I'm just like cringing, trying not to say anything that would get me in trouble. But you know what? So like I was like 10 years into my career, and I was not in a good situation. You know, it's kind of desperate, as you say. You know, and I was like,
what gave you the balls to think at 10 years in and not super successful that you're going to go on a national television show?
The balls is I didn't want to be homeless. I didn't want to live with my mom. You know, I had that luxury.
You're like, I got to throw every net out there.
Yeah, and like, listen, I never had a day job as an adult. I was lucky. I got a lot of opportunities. I got on Craig Ferguson when I was 20. And
what did you do there? Do you like just to do stand up, or you worked on the show?
Okay, yeah. Right. And like, so I was able to get by. I was able to squeak by with a full-time comedian. I was broke as hell.
Right. But you didn't have to have
But then 10 years in, I was like, I have to apply for a job. I was that broke, and like poor me. But I was just like, how do I apply? Well, I was a semifinalist at Last Comic Standing. Can I get a job at Dunkin' Donuts? Who are you?
That's my biggest was my not anymore, but was my biggest worry is that I've been in this market since 1992.
Wow.
Okay, so I lose my job, say 10 years ago, I lose my job, and which did happen, and I have to go get a real job. I'm not above that,
Yeah.
but now I have to deal with everybody going, "Are you the same guy that was on it?" It was
Yeah.
probably about 3 weeks before I jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean,
Randy the Ram working at the meat slicer.
yeah, I'm gonna cut my own hand. But I get it. That's but for you, you're like, I've been only doing this. Now I got to go back to a job.
And the difference between two of us, respectfully, is like I'm not a Tampa legend. Like, people would be like, I would just think I'm a crazy person pretending I was on TV. They're like, okay, buddy.
Right. Yeah, sure you were. Yeah.
But also like risking having. I saw you have a lot of Howard Stern stuff out there. Like I'm such a fan of him and Howie Mandel, and to have them tell me you're not good at this would have destroyed me.
Yes.
But I was really desperate, and it ended up going amazing. Heidi Klum was so special to me. Like if anyone on my YouTube, I have my whole AGT journey. If anyone wants to watch, I was runner up, whatever. But like I have a career thanks to Heidi Klum not liking me and then goofing with me, and like almost 10 years later, people come to me, "Where's Heidi?" Because we had a whole shtick. Like
and no one goes on the show to really win. They want the exposure and they want the I mean that's that. So you get that, and you probably got further than you thought you were gonna get.
Oh yeah, like to be like. If you go on to win, you're a maniac. You're a sociopath for sure. Because like, how do you know I'm gonna win this thing? Like, third place was a coal miner country singer. Like, right. You talk about respect your country music, but country music wins every year on The Voice. That's what people want to.
So why?
But it's like there's no rhyme or reason for who wins. And like,
what is the one dude's name? The comedian that was on that was second.
Tom Cotter.
Yeah. He was second the year before me.
Okay, so I went to the finals in New Jersey the first year that Howard was judging.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. I'm sitting next to Baba Booey watching this other thing, and that guy is a funny comedian who did clean comedy on national television for like all these weeks. Lost to a bunch of goddamn dogs. And then the best is like nobody knows who those dogs are. You expect it. Like I expect to go to Vegas and be like, "Have you seen the dog?"
Right. Yeah.
And Tom Cotter got a whole bunch of steam out of that. He didn't even win. And plus I heard they pay you like in installments over years. So even if you win $1 million, you're getting it over 20 years. It doesn't even make a dent in your bank account.
This is the funniest thing is on I just found this screenshot of in the quarterfinals, like right when I get put through, like they make the results show dramatic, right? They're like, here's people going through it. There's 2 of you left, and it's up to the judges,
Yeah.
And it's me versus a 12-year-old girl, and I'm just like, I've never had more hateful thoughts in my head when they're like, tell us why should we pick you over her? And I'm just like trying to not say she doesn't need this. I did this.
She can still live with her mother. It's not a big deal.
And she's so sweet. I'm just like. Whatever, but like,
what did she do? Did she sing?
She was she was a singer. She was adorable. She was wonderful. And by the way, side note is now her name's Chloe Chanel. She's a beautiful young singer, and she's an adult now.
Right.
And like, I follow all these girls when they're like 13 from the show. There's dance groups and stuff. And then my girlfriend's like, "Why do you follow all these hot 22-year-olds?" I'm like, I know them from when they were 10. I don't know.
That makes it better. I've been friends with them since they were 10 years old.
But there's a screenshot of me as the credits because I get put through.
Right.
There's a screenshot of me as the credits are rolling with me like Home Alone face, like oh my god, I made it. But it's at the same time as the fine print is the $1 million is paid over 40 years. It's just to me like what? And I remember posting it online, and the producer's like, "You need to take this screenshot down." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. You guys know you run it.
Yeah.
So what is the pay for the runner up or whatever you got?
I
don't know what you're allowed to disclose.
Gratitude, and I'm very grateful for the experience. Yeah. So it's funny because like The Voice, this is a very common thing. Like I get in my life is people reminding me of a very sad moment in my life, and they go, "Hey, you got something for runner up, right?" Then I have a positive attitude. You know what? I'm lucky I got to do it. It's okay. You didn't get anything. It's okay. Well, The Voice, they used to get like a car, and they get $100,000, and I was like, then I start crying at the grocery store. But,
thanks for making me feel like a jack up.
But yeah, it's funny. Like Last Comic Standing, you got paid per episode because it was SAG-AFTRA, it was union, whatever. But this is categorized as a game show, so they don't have to pay you for the whole season.
Oh my god!
And then, but listen,
what if you pulled a move? Like, what if you're making it every week and you go to them and go, "Hey guys, I got to take a shift next week. I can't make it. You know, they got to be like, this kid's killing it in the ratings. Give him some money. Give him some.
That was one of the things with Cops. I think they did it as a documentary, so they didn't have to get the people's permission or anything like that whenever they arrested them. Because you're like, who would say yes to being on Cops? You know, but it was a documentary, so they were filming the police. They were just out there in public, so it didn't matter. They didn't have to have their permission. Yeah, which is great.
I don't know. I don't expect you to. Well, maybe you might want to autograph something. But Galvin and I were on a TV show together.
That's right.
And we were on a show called Sullivan and Son, which is Steve Burns' show.
Oh, yeah.
We go out there. We're out there as extras for the whole day. And it was such a great experience because all they did was feed us. They constantly they brought 3 different types of bacon. And one of the bacons was so good, they like made it in syrup. It was so, when that show got canceled, my number one thought was they can't have that bacon anymore. That's the sad part of that is that those guys are like, yeah, you know, Vince Vaughn was producing our show. Something else will come up. They're like, they're never gonna get that bacon again. That was my first thought. Well, look, it worked out for you. You're out and you're working, and I see you. You know, the other thing I think is comedians who go on these game show type things. Do other comedians respect them, or do they, you know? And I see you everywhere. I see you on podcasts and all the comedians. Like,
yeah, you know, I was really worried about that because, like, I'm a stand-up is my thing, whatever. But like, I was 10 years into stand-up. I remember asking people, like, am I gonna be seen as like someone who cheated, like jumped to the front of the line?
Yeah.
People like, you've done it for 10 years.
Yeah. But yeah, you're in. I mean.
Yeah, now I've done it for 20 years, and so I just put out. Like cheap plug if I may, like I put out a comedy special on YouTube called Taylor Williamson Live at the Comedy Store. It's a different act that I'm doing this weekend in Wesley Chapel, and I'm so proud of it. And I self-released it, and I have to ask all these favors, and like I die asking you and asking Adam Carolla and Mark Maron and Jim Jeffries kind of go on your shows, and I've never met you before, but we're mutual friends, but and there's a lot of comedians I know, but like we see each other in the hallways and we grunt at each other, you know?
Yeah.
And I die asking people for help because I'm like, whatever. But then I have to remind myself, I've done this for 20 years and I've done some stuff, and like
it's the only way it works in your business is to get, like, the good thing about comedians, I tell them all the time, for a bunch of insecure, jealous assholes they are always willing to help out fellow comedians. So anytime somebody can help out another comedian, you know, and they hope that it comes back to them down the road, I don't think, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I was glad you reached out to me because I didn't know you were here. I definitely would have put you on if they would have asked us, you know.
Thank you so much. Can I tell you how I knew? Because I saw a bunch of my buddies did your show last week for the festival.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fun. Oh, cool people.
Yeah.
And I asked Gerald about you. And another plug for Gerald Briscoe. So I'm at Side Splitters, Wesley Chapel, the new club this weekend. You know what's funny is like everyone who I tell I'm going to Wesley Chapel who's out here, they're like, oof. And then I went to Wesley Chapel last night and the lovely people, and like, but I said to them, like, why does everyone hate you guys? Like, what is this? And then they're like, yeah, it's like the joke. Is that a joke? What is it?
So here's the thing.
Is it alligators?
It's far out from Tampa.
Yeah.
So like you hear Wesley Chapel, it's only 20 minutes, but it seems like it's so far. I bought my first house in Wesley Chapel.
Yeah.
In 2000. No, I don't know. Whatever. I bought it a long time ago. And when's Joey? But so 20 years ago, I buy this house in Wesley Chapel. It buy it dirt cheap, $140,000 for a giant house and all this stuff. Yeah, I was great, but it was so far from everything. And I was there before that movie theater, before the Wesley Chapel, before the crates, before all this stuff. There's nothing. It was a Chili's. Yeah, I mean,
Chili's
TJ
is
Maxx,
still there. Thank God. By the way,
Chili's is good. There was an Applebee's and a Publix was all that was there when I lived there. And I can't tell you how many times we ate at Applebee's because we had no other choice. It was ridiculous. And it, you know, it took me, then everybody was moving there. So I had to go 6 miles to get to the highway, and it would take me a half hour because there was so much traffic. It was just bad. Now, Wesley Chapel is blown up. The housing over there is great. It's got the big entertainment complex over there. It's got all the TJ Maxx and all the other Best Buy over there. I didn't have any of that stuff. So now it's actually a great place. And it's not a oof anymore. It's just the only thing is it's a little bit further away from people in Tampa, but who cares if you know how many people you're super serving over here? It's great.
Super
serving that whole Pasco County people that have no entertainment over there. This is the only. This is a big deal.
I never heard the term super
serving. Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
No,
it sounds like something like a buffet.
Try to make it sound better than it is. It's super serving. Don't serve it.
This guy's super serving over here.
Super serving our listeners.
But yeah, someone. It's funny. Like I'll never understand how people are like if they like, you're allowed to not want to see me. You know, people go like, oh, let me know if someone goes like, let me know when you're in Tampa, you're in West Tampa. I'm like, what? If someone's in town, I want to see them. I drive. But I live in LA though. That's a difference.
Yeah.
Because everything's 45 minutes away if you're lucky.
Gonna go over a mountain to get everywhere. It's ridiculous.
So like, it's funny. People are like, yeah, if you come closer, I'll come see you. I'm like, all right,
Come closer.
Listen.
Why do I have a like? I think I must have saw something online that associates you with Japan.
Oh, well, I lost to a Japanese dancer on America's Got Talent. If you're trying to trigger me, if that might be it.
No, were you speaking Japanese?
I do speak. I was on. What did I do? I mean, in my stand special, I speak Japanese.
Like I watched a clip of you and
in my stand, I posted some stand-up clips recently of me doing bits about going to Japan.
That might have been. It was. I watched a clip of you and Bobby Lee, and then from then something else came on. And I was like, did he just speak Japanese?
It may have been a clip of him traumatizing me tremendously. Is that what happened?
Listen. I'm telling you, people ask me now, I've been doing this a long time, who's your favorite guest? And I, without hesitation, say Bobby Lee. He comes in the studio. I actually said to Galvin before he walked, this is when we did it from the station. I said, well, what are we going to talk to Bobby Lee about? Hasn't been on Man TV for years, never been on this show. And I'm not worried about it. I just go, what can we talk about? He walks in, and within 2 seconds, he's on the air. He's not even at the microphone yet. He's just standing in front of it, and his hair is all crazy. And he's like, I'm trying to get my hair to go curly, but it's too straight because I have Asian hair. And I go, oh, put a lighter under it. He goes, what do you mean? I go, you ever accidentally burn the hair on your arms? They all curl up right away. Within 5 minutes, he's got a lighter and he's trying to curl his pubes. I don't even know this guy. His pants are down, his wiener's out, and he's trying to curl his pubes with a lighter.
Yeah.
And then after our segment with him, which was great, we have 2 fat porn stars coming in, and Spanish, our producer, is going to wrestle the 2 fat porn stars. And Bobby Lee says, well, since there's 2 of them, can I wrestle with you and we'll do like a tag team? So now Bobby Lee's in his underwear wrestling the 2 fat porn stars. And I'm like, this is the greatest day in the history of radio. And it was awesome. And that was way before he blew up too. Yeah, I was like, this is the best day ever.
That was funny. And then I had a second laugh visualizing it. And I'm just
we
like,
have to, Joe will pull it up. We have
bless.
video.
God
Yeah.
bless,
It was a
yeah.
long time ago, so the video quality is not great, but yeah.
Well, see, yeah, I can't. Yeah, thank you for showing me his pubic region.
There you go.
I was expecting to see that today. Yeah, he's a maniac, I would say.
Yeah.
And if he was here, respectful, I would say, Bobby, you're a maniac.
I think he
There's-
knows.
There's no like talking behind the back, you know. But he helped me get into the comedy store when I was 18, and every few years he says something nice to me, and so I'm grateful to him. And I asked him like, so I'm promoting my special, and it's just very like, I don't know. I'm asking gratefully to people who are kind to me. Let's work together, you know,
Right.
and whatever. And his podcast is like top 20 podcast with
It's
Andrew
one of the
Santino,
best,
bad
yeah.
friends. So
One of the best.
and I asked him, can I be on the show? And he said, I texted him, he didn't write me back. Then I saw him in the store, and he's walked by me like, just like, I don't know if you can handle it, man. And I'm just like, what is this? And I know you're responding to my text and you're a weirdo way. And then we talked, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna ask you questions, and like, can I curse on this thing? I don't know.
No, we're on the radio.
Okay, I won't say.
I thought you were asking me if Bobby was saying that to you. No,
Bobby's
no,
saying
yeah.
stuff at me, but he said something. I'm gonna ask you this question like this, and I got it back, whatever. So at the end of the show, he just like berated me, but I dealt with it, and
Yeah.
that's his like way of like getting. It's like the classic story about Hulk Hogan when he said I want to wrestle. Okay, and then like, what's his name? The Japanese guy broke his leg just to see whatever.
See how tough he was.
So Bobby Lee did that to me comedically. If anyone wants to
The
watch
only
me.
way you can compare yourself to Hulk Hogan is through that story.
I also save people's lives sometimes.
What do you mean?
You see a car accident and then you just like,
Yeah.
you
run to it.
Yeah.
We're not sure that wasn't set up.
somebody needs some good press. But we were saying that the other day, we're like, imagine that you're upside down in a car and you're like, we're gonna die, and then all of a sudden and you just see feathers from a
Yellow
feather boa,
boots.
yellow boots. Don't worry, brother, I got you.
You would think for sure you were dead. There's no way Hulk Hogan's saving me right now.
Can I tell you the 2 things on that? In the finale of America's Got Talent, I came out to that theme song, and I had to fight,
did you really?
fight real hard. They said you can't do it, and I was like, yes, I can. It's NBC Universal. You guys own this song. I'm gonna like. I had to go up to the executive producers, like, let me come out to America. But also another Gerald Briscoe thing. I'm here just to plug Gerald Briscoe.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the joke back then, but now it's extra funny when him and Pat Patterson came back in the late 90s as the Stooges tag team, and they were wrestling, whatever. he came out to Real American.
Oh,
And
he did?
it was like a troll to Hulk
Yeah,
Hogan
yeah,
because
yeah.
he was in WCW.
Yeah.
But it's also because Gerald's a Native American.
Oh, I'm
that's
a
the
real
joke.
American.
He's just
That's
like,
funny.
yeah.
That's funny. I love being here in the middle of all of this. It's like I moved here and moved into WrestleMania. Like I'd go to Publix and see Edge and Christian, and then Chris Jericho lives around the corner. It's crazy how that all panned out. It's so funny. Everybody puts over my relationship with Undertaker, who I've been talked to in some time. My relationship with him is because his last wife and my wife became good friends, and she ended up being in their wedding when they got married. So I mean, I knew him a little bit, but now I was around him a lot more,
Yeah.
and we got along. And super cool dude, but we aren't exactly writing each other letters. He moved to Texas, and I don't see him anymore. But when I do run into him, like at WrestleMania or whatever, he's super cool.
Well,
Yeah, he's a
you
good dude.
You don't want to hang out with that dead guy anyway.
Yeah, right. I don't know. What can I do for him?
I don't like that now he's like retired, so he's like, hey, I'm Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I want to be Mark.
I want you to be the Undertaker.
Yeah.
I want you to be dead forever.
You want to hear a funny story? Is me and my wife and Sarah, his ex-wife, took his son Gunner to go see a show here in Tampa, and we were sitting in the front row. And it was at the time that he was doing the American Badass gimmick, where he wore the biker gear and he drove a motorcycle down. So he does his match. He comes out on the motorcycle. He parks. He gets in the ring, kicks the guy's ass. When he's done, he goes over to the motorcycle. He gets off the motorcycle, comes over to me, leans over the railing. I hand him Gunner, his son, who at the time was probably like 5. He puts Gunner on the motorcycle and he rides backstage with him. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then about 15 minutes later, I lean over to the security guard and I go, hey, are they going to bring my son back? And the security guard was like, oh, I don't know. I'm just kidding. That was cool. So, I love adults who still like wrestling.
Yeah, it's
May I ask how old you are?
I'm 37.
Well, you're young.
That makes me sad though. You just made me sad just now, like 7 seconds ago.
When I asked how old you were?
No, that you're an adult that likes wrestling.
Yeah.
No, no. You made me happy there. I thought we bonded. See, that's why I got extra sad because I felt so much love.
Right.
And then you switched it when you go, may I ask your age? Which is like that's what you say to like someone who's like oof. Like,
but can I tell you why? Because so many
no,
so many people, guys, for some reason, I'll be like, how old are you? And they're like, like, remember we talked to Meatloaf, and I was like, Meatloaf, how old are you? And he goes, I don't say. I go, I can find out in 2 seconds if I Google it. Just tell me how. So now I just ask people politely.
Well, now we're back in because you compared me to Meatloaf.
The greatest. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm honored. Yeah, I'm 37.
37.
Yeah.
Hairline of a 60-year-old.
So are we doing that? Is that what's happening?
My question for you was, does it bother you? Because I have the hairline of a 60-year-old, but I'm 52.
But you're saying this because you saw this Bobby Lee clip. Is that why you're saying this?
But I've also,
that's why you're saying
I saw the Bobby Lee clip, but I also saw other pictures of you where I thought this is a guy who would benefit from a hair replacement. Spanish has had hair replacement.
Yeah.
Where hold on. Spanish! I want you to see his head.
Yeah, I don't know if he left.
Yeah, I don't. Come over here. Show Taylor your hair. Oh, yeah. See, now put your head down. You can see where he was bald, and then they replanted it. But when it grows in really solid.
Honestly, I went to look into it.
Yeah.
And my hair is not
strong enough in the back.
Yeah, I don't qualify.
Yeah.
I mean, they said they could do something, but I was like, I'm just waiting for because I also, by the way, like I'm the kind of guy like I buy a PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And then like 2 weeks later, like PlayStation 3 comes out.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm gonna get the surgery and then the pill's gonna come out.
Right.
Or we could clone hair. You don't have to do this.
You want me to bring it back around to us being tight again?
No, you're ruining everything.
No. I'm gonna bring it back around. You don't really need it. You're adorable.
Wait, now this is wild.
See?
You're adorable.
You have a nice house. We're flirting. I'm kind of I'm open to things now. You know,
I'm not, for the record.
I'm not.
I had Ian Finance in here last week. I don't want you to think that maybe me and Ian got crazy together. No. I'm just saying they're like me. I would never get it done because first of all, I'm used to looking at this head.
Yeah.
I'm already been married for 21 years. She's stuck. There's nothing she could do. And I think I'd come to a point where I would just shave it down and shave it off, and that's it. We get big Darth Vader out the helmet.
Well, you know what happened? Like, look,
here we go.
Right?
Yeah, so you got a lot though. You got a lot there.
I'm fine. So what happened was I did Bobby Lee's podcast, and his thing is to be mean.
Yeah,
but
I know.
He wants you to come back at him, but they go like racial. They go all these things, and like I'm good at comedy. I can destroy somebody if I need to. You know what I mean? I'm not I can handle it in my own way. Like I have a quirky, whatever. I have a different style. I don't go mean, vicious,
Right.
whatever. I do low key mean, vicious. if
Yeah,
anything, you
yeah,
know? And so he's coming at me for my hair, and then my style is to go, oh, is that true? Oh, really? Oh. And then I wait till it's done, and then I wait till like the wave crashes, and then I stab him in the soul and I twist it, right? But in a way without a clip being taken out of context, I'm canceled, right? It's like
they don't worry about it for some reason.
And they're thriving, you know.
Yeah.
So good for them, in respect, whatever. But so I did it my way. But then social media is a nightmare, and it's a beautiful thing, and mostly a nightmare. But so they post the clip of him just bullying me, but you don't have hair, blah, 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 and me going, oh, really? Oh. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that clip is the most viral clip I've ever had in my entire career. So I just posted my response.
Yeah.
But they literally millions and millions of views on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook of just so. Can I tell you, every single person I've ever met in my life has seen this clip.
Yeah. Well, I just saw it recently.
Yeah.
Because I looked up stuff about you, so don't worry, it didn't invade my. I think you're adorable. I think you're plenty of hair left. Handsome guy. You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
How long you been with her?
Almost 2 years. And she's very pretty.
I know, but
she's got a Funko Pop.
What?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay out there. That's the funny thing.
We'll talk later. She owns a Funko Pop, or
her face is a Funko Pop.
Did she just get it done at the mall, or is she somebody that
I'm on a Funko Pop too?
Is it mass produced, or is it a one-off?
It's a Target.
Oh,
listen, that's the funny thing is like these guys are like they're like, oh, are you gay, whatever. I'm just like,
I didn't think you were gay.
No, but I'm just like you triggered me, okay? But I'm just like, okay, guys, you know, like I know what I got. We'll talk later. I'll show you a Funko Pop.
But weird thing you'll find about me is I don't really want to talk later. I'll talk about anything you want on the air. Off the air, I'm like, good seeing you. Thank you. Come back next time. Who is your girlfriend?
This is a wonderful actress, Ginger Gonzaga.
That's not helping me much. I'm old,
it's
so
okay.
I don't know.
No,
what did she do?
She was on She-Hulk. She was on the She-Hulk show, so she got Funko.
Was she the Hulk?
She was the friend.
Oh,
so you know, even if you're a superhero, you need a friend. You know.
Listen, every superhero has a friend. So I
hope so. Some of them, I guess Magneto has a friend. You know.
His friend was Professor X, Xavier.
Oh yeah, they're friends.
Played chess with each other.
Yeah.
Oh. So okay.
Did she? I don't want to bring any bad blood up or anything.
Don't bring up that stuff. Like honestly, but for real. But for real though.
Well, here is what she looks like.
Let me see.
In a photo by herself.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, why does she have another boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Don't even say it.
You realize the more you say no, the more I want to say yes.
Oh, we're being classy. Thank you.
Yeah. But, classy. Have you heard this show before? All right,
no, we're gentlemen.
I can look it up after.
I'm friends. Listen.
Oh
yeah.
Oh.
So like people are like, hey, whatever. I'm just like, okay, guys, you know.
Here's what my concern is. You're young. You're you're doing okay. You're handsome.
You keep saying
you like wrestling.
There's a lot going for me.
I think those are all positive things. What happens is though that they cast you on a show and now you become a superstar. You become a superstar, and then you're like, all right, well, I got all these girls to choose from. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Can I tell you what I've learned in life about this kind of stuff? Is like, I have had girlfriends, and then I go on the road, and then I get hit on by like pretty ladies and stuff, you know.
I believe it.
And then,
I believe it.
Thank you. So then, then they go, then I have this instinct to tell my girlfriend that, hey, just so you know, like, not like threatening, but just like you're welcome.
Yeah.
Because I want to tell her I got hit on by a beautiful woman and
Right.
I didn't do anything. I want you to know I'm loyal.
Yeah.
And I know you're lucky, but we're in a loving, but also like, cool. Hey, I'm doing a good job. Like I should get points. But then I realized that's their whole life.
Yeah, they're
we're not.
used to it.
Well, just she's special and brilliant and all the things and beautiful and all the things, but like that's her whole life.
Yeah.
So me bragging that like I could get hit, like she's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I walk. She gets hit on by like the most ridiculous people you could ever imagine.
I know.
So that's where I need to check myself. And
I know. I go through the same thing. My wife is good looking, and sometimes I'm like, hey, we should have sex, and she's like, no. I'm like, just want you to know I could have had sex. with another girl, and she's like, "Woo."
She could too.
Yeah, exactly. And I think she's probably like, "You should probably go do it. Just go." We've been married a long time. Tell everybody about your. Well, first, we never finished the Japanese thing. How is it that you know Japanese?
Oh, I studied Japanese as a kid.
You did?
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
I love it there.
What brought you there?
A plane. Hey.
Oh boy, I heard this about you.
No, I like to travel, and I always wanted to go there. And my brother has kids, and I have kids, and we're like, let's just all go to Japan. So we went there for 2 weeks, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, that's so great.
Like we're talking about going back.
Can I let me know if you go back, and
we were trying to go back during the Olympics, but COVID, they wouldn't let us over there.
I wanted to go during the Olympics.
Yeah.
I was trying to talk to NBC about.
That'd be
I
cool.
was talking to NBC about trying to do stuff over there, and they were not as interested as I. But I love it, and in my special, I talked about going to Japan, and it's so funny. Social media, by the way, like the whole point of you don't just play to your fans, you play towards trying to get new audiences, right?
Yeah.
So TikTok and Reels sends it out to
New
people, so that's great. But the problem is everyone's out of their minds.
Yeah.
And so I posted a joke about going to a ramen restaurant, and I asked for no pork, and then the guy keeps giving me gruff, And isn't it fun trying to come up with not curse
huh?
words?
Yeah. Trust me, it's been my whole career. I understand. Yeah.
Gruff.
I never had to go with gruff though. Crap was okay.
I'm 700 years old. I hang out with Joe Briscoe. That's my best
But
friend.
he got a lot of gruff.
We had breakfast at 4 a.m. this morning. So then, but the comments are like, so I'm a comedian, Taylor comedy. Comedian, look at my bio. I'm a comedian. Here's my joke. Here's a joke. Clearly, I'm telling you, people are laughing as I'm telling the story. The comments are, wow, this guy really should have spent more time learning the culture, not just the language. Then the next comment, oh, I like pork. This is my favorite type of pork. I'm just like, what is going on?
There's no winning on social media. It's like we put up a picture of a pretty girl, and there'll be 200 comments, and 40 of them will be, I wouldn't bang her. And there's some fat old guy with an ugly wife. I wouldn't bang her. Yeah, you would, bud. You totally would.
And since that Bobby Lee clip came out, every single post I make, I didn't get this before this.
Right.
But every post I make, a joke about going to Panera Bread. All my jokes about food. and then people listening are like, is this guy 600 pounds? And then the comment is, shave the head, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, so Bobby, I'm great, but it's just like, it's stressful,
Yeah. You know what? You're winning in the end, so.
Am I?
Yeah. You're the one who has a show in Wesley Chapel that people can come to see.
You're so good.
Bring it right back around. All weekend, tonight, what do we got?
Tonight, let me tell you this. Tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, I'm at the Side Splitters in Wesley Chapel, the best town I've ever been to. And I like it.
You're not fooling anybody. It's a good town. It's easy. It's a great theater that they have there. They have their own bar set up over there. It's a good time. I'm proud of what they made in Wesley Chapel.
Can I tell you, comedy and movie theater sounded rough, honestly. I was like, oh no, what did I get myself into? I had a great time last night.
No, they laid it out
staff
good.
Is cool. The crowd is cool. The community. Oh, Steve Simone's on the show tonight. Do you know Steve?
So I do know Steve. I haven't seen Steve do stand up in a long time, and I saw him this past weekend, and he made me laugh out loud. Steve's clean. He's funny, and his energy is so high, and he's not gay. I was hosting, and I got on stage, and I said, I met Steve Simone years ago, and he brought me a pastry. That's how sweet he is. And I said, and tonight I met his girlfriend, and I still can't believe he's not gay. It's because he's just too good of a guy. He's too sweet, and he's too nice. But yeah, he's very funny. That's a good combo.
He's brilliant. And he used to tour with Roddy Piper.
Did he? I think I did know that. I think he did say that.
When he was doing
stand-up,
Roddy Piper, respect, rest in peace, legend of legends. But he got passed at the Comedy Store before I did.
That's funny.
And but so he would anyway. So Steve like mentored Piper and stand up, and like they got to be close. And
that's great.
Your listeners are like, this guy is obsessed with.
No. This is the mecca for wrestling here. I mean,
respect.
I had a great relationship with Randy Savage, which growing up being such a huge fan, I never thought when my phone would ring and it was Randy Savage, and I'd go, hello, and he'd go, yeah. I'd laugh every time. And then one time I knew Jimmy Hart pretty well, and I had to give Jimmy a ride somewhere, and I just would look and I go, I can't believe this guy is in my car with his goddamn bullhorn sitting right next to me. I mean, this is the funniest thing. Now I just know so many of these guys from doing the show and them all living here. I still think of it all the time. And Brian Adams and I were really good friends. I mean, there's a lot of great guys that live here.
Who is somebody, because I still have to remind, I have to check myself in a wonderful way and also remind myself how lucky I am. Like I did Harlan Williams' podcast the other night. I think he's legit the funniest stand-up comic alive.
He's very funny.
Like he's that special, and he's the only person at the Comedy Store when they're up I run in to watch.
Check him out.
And but like I'm in his house doing his podcast, and I'm just like, this. I mean, Rocket Man came out, and like when I was like 10 or 11, you know, not that he's 100, but like, I'm so grateful. Like and also like, get to entertain some. And someone says like, I liked your special. Like, I'm just like, to get to entertain people who entertained you is so. I mean, like just the fact that you're goofing, saying I had about Meatloaf, but you got to have Meatloaf on your show.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. I don't take that for granted. And Galvin and I, at the end of a show, like we do some dumb stuff in the studio, and when it's over, we look at each other like we get paid for this. This is great. You know who did it for me and was Bob Saget.
Yeah,
because I was a fan rather of Bob Saget from when he did comedy before Full House.
Wow.
And I watched him on TV one night, and I was like, this guy is great. And then he got the video show, and I'm like, that's that guy. And then Full House, and he blows up. And he would always come on the show. He was the first guest we had in the home studio. And I was really worried about having a guy have to walk through my garage and all that. So we actually named the green room after Bob Saget. And whenever it gets dirty, we go, we got to Saget up that green room. We have guests coming in here. Joe's the Saget keeper.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, it means a lot to me when these guys that I appreciate so much are in my life. Yeah. I never take that for granted.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Like this business is very hard, you know?
Yeah.
And like, so I have to remind myself of like, I mean, I'm bragging. I am bragging. Like I met Jerry Lewis.
Oh,
and not recently.
So,
but,
so did I. Let's compare our meeting stories. You go first.
And that's the thing is like most of these people are slime ball monster maniacs. Like, unfortunately, as we know, like a lot of the people that people love and we love growing up are horrible monsters.
Yeah.
And every Jerry Lewis story is just like Lucia Ball should have still been in the kitchen.
Right.
You know, like it's like literally.
My one's not so bad. It's just kind of funny. We were in an elevator in a casino, and it's me and my wife and Jerry Lewis and his handler, and I guess he's going down to do a show. And we get in the elevator, and he's like, hi. And I'm like, is this goddamn Jerry Lewis? And my wife's, you know, she's younger than me. She's like, I think I know who this guy is. So I'm not saying anything, but I am obsessed with the fact that his jacket is covered in cat hair. And I don't know what to do. And I want to be like, this is Jerry Lewis. And I kept going, but why is he all like no one's got a roller. They can't lynch roll this guy before he goes on stage. So that's my big experience. And then I wanted so badly to be like, oh my God, Jerry Lewis, but I just stared at the cat hair the whole way down.
How funny.
It's weird.
I saw him when he was maybe 93 maybe or something like that. He did a show in LA, and it was like at a theater, and he basically sat on a stool and said terribly racist jokes that are not jokes. They're just racist statements at this point. Yeah. And then the crowd's like, ooh, like one of the jokes is like how to, I'm not going to say the punchline, but like it's like how do Chinese people name their kids? And then
I know the punchline.
Yeah, you know, it's just like
I went to grammar school. I know the punchline.
I was just like, good Lord. But then he would show a video of him from Colgate Comedy Hour in 1947, and it was the most brilliant comedy you've ever seen, and it stands up still. Anyway, and after the show, there's like a meet and greet, and my friend, I got to go into it, and he was really unkind to my friend right in front of me who said he's a comedian.
Oh, really?
And like I was just like, ugh, like you don't. I guess he was just unkind. He was in a chair, just like, okay, buddy, whatever, like that kind of guy. And then I went up to him. And he knew who I was because he clearly must have watched America's Got Talent. He was like, "Hey, like I know you." And if you on my YouTube, if you look up Taylor Williamson, Jerry Lewis, like I have the clip because my sweet friend behind me was filming it. Thank goodness, you know, which is so cool. And he's like, "Yeah, you have the right. You cut me up one night." And I'm like, "Wow, thank you." And he's like, "Yeah, you're the right look for a comedian. You look sick." And I'm just like, "This is great." And I got to meet Don Rickles once too. Where'd you meet Don?
And it was great because he shot on me the minute he saw me. I walked in with my wife, and he goes, hi, okay. He goes, this is your wife? He goes, how'd that happen? Yeah, and he loved her. He was great. But, damn it, there was something about Jerry Lewis I wanted to ask you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're right. God damn it, it was something good. It was. It'll come back.
He said I look sick.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. Damn it, I lost it.
I'm getting old. He watched America's Got Talent.
No, it was
the video.
It was something about damn it, I can't remember. But anyway, when you get to meet these legends. I mean, like I met Joan Rivers and Rickles, and I have a lot of pictures up in my office, but of the good people, and the Rickles pictures up there for sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Who are some people that are like that? I mean, besides, you just named several.
Ooh, I remembered what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Now you're a Howard fan?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you know about the Jerry Lewis movie that he doesn't want brought
Oh,
up that
yeah.
Howard used to bring up. Do you know about this, Calvin?
I don't think so.
He played a movie about a clown in Auschwitz who was used to lure the kids into into the ovens, and they tried to get that movie like taken out, and Howard just bring it up all the time and talk to him about it and bring it up on the air, and that's the only reason why I know about it. I've never seen the movie. I only just know Howard talking about it. Yeah, that's one of those things where they did a good job pretty much getting rid of that.
Isn't it wild that it's just not there?
Somebody's got it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got it. It'll get out there.
It's got to be like, I know that like that there's that Louis C.K. movie never got released.
Yeah.
That's from recent years, where because it was like at the same time that he got canceled for stuff. And there's all these movie stars in it. Like that's got to be out there somewhere.
That's got to be there. That's crazy.
I mean, I bet that's different than a movie from 50 years ago.
Right. Listen, I'm glad you got in here.
I'm not leaving.
You can stay, but Carlos Mencia is coming in, so you guys can stay together.
Wait, is he trying to steal tickets from me?
Well, the good thing is that you're here and he's over by Joe. Like you couldn't be in. He's two radio markets away.
Where's Joe?
No, Joe's over here. I'm just saying, like you're so far away. You're in Wesley Chapel. He's in Sarasota.
Oh, respect. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I hope we can both respectfully have a
Like
good...
a Crips in the blood. You guys will be fine. So yeah, no. There's nobody is going. From Wesley Chapel, should we drive to Sarasota to see Carlos? And nobody in Sarasota is like, should we drive 2 hours to Wesley Chapel? You're safe.
Well, maybe.
Well, you're right. Maybe
Maybe they should make a weekend out of it.
if Jerry Briscoe is going to be there, they might come on.
Maybe Jerry Briscoe might be in my show tonight. He told me I could say that to help because Friday, for some reason, the light show is tonight. If you want to buy tickets, he's like, you can say that I'll be there for a meet and greet.
Oh, that's good. You're an old school fan.
Wait, listen, you come see me and then go see Carlos. This is great.
You can have a weekend of comedy.
What a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can go to the Gasparilla Festival.
That's next weekend.
Good try though.
Yeah.
Jerry told me it was Saturday.
I don't know. They stretch it
kids
out.
parade.
The kids parades this weekend, and there's an adult parade.
Who said that?
I didn't hear anything.
Sorry.
That's Carmen. She's back
Hi.
at the studio. She's back at the studio. She's not behind you.
I'm the one who runs the board. I'm
Yeah.
at the studio. In
Oh,
St.
hi.
Pete. Hi.
I forget
Good
to tell
morning.
people about her.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. We're a real operation. I know what your feeling is when you walk in. You're like, is this a podcast? It looks like a podcast, but there's 2 million people listening to it.
Can I be honest with my feelings
Yeah,
were?
please.
And I don't mean to stretch. I'm grateful to
No.
be here, and this is the only time I feel
You're
alive.
fine, you're
It's not. I know you're kicking me out, but
I'm not kicking you out.
I get
I
that.
actually said you can stay if you want.
No, but I don't take away from his experience. But can I live with you?
I probably wouldn't know you were here.
Nice. So, can I tell you? So I'll be honest. I messaged you and I said I'd love to come on your show. I hear wonderful things about you. And then you wrote back so quickly.
Yeah.
And then you offered me come on. So I was like, is this real? And then you give me your address, and then I show up. Like I have two thoughts. I'm at the gate.
Yeah.
Like, people can know you're like you have a security gate. You know, they should know. Stay away. Don't even try doing
it. See what
anything.
happens.
Yeah.
This is Florida. We all got guns.
Yeah. Oh my God, you have this serious look on your face. Like, yeah, you people would love for the people to try.
Yeah.
You can't wait.
Listen to me.
Do you think he has a gun within his reach right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
you're right.
Do you know that I had a home invasion about 3 months ago? Not so much. It was in the middle of the day. It was about 10 o'clock in the morning, and 2 guys came in through my back door. But I don't think they were really trying to rob me or anything. I think they were high, and I think they were confused.
How many guns do you own?
Oh, I don't even
Just
know.
approximately over 40.
60.
Yeah, so 60 guns. What'd you use to scare him off with?
A pool skimmer.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know what was going on, and it just happened. So
Were they neighbors?
they were brothers of a neighbor,
Yeah, 'cause
and they had been out all night. And my guess is, I don't know, is that they were on drugs because they came in here asking for help, and then when they saw me, they ran, and I chased after them. But they didn't do anything bad in here. But I'm glad I didn't shoot them because I don't think that they were here for bad reasons, and I could have had a clean shot on both.
Wow.
I know. So kind of waiting for that moment to happen, but when it came up, I didn't shoot. So
You still want to live here?
I do.
Oh, I'd
I
feel
don't-
so much better if you lived here.
Really?
No, my 17-year-old son's 3 times your size.
Well, I live in LA, and a lot of I'm Jewish. A lot of Jewish people are buying guns now. So I know
Oh, yeah.
a lot of people who are like, I'm never having a gun. Why do people have guns? They're like at the gun store is like all Orthodox Jews getting
Yeah.
ready. You know.
I don't understand that. I like the Jews. I married one. I don't understand how the Jews are being so hated all of a sudden.
I don't know if you I don't know if it's all of this sudden. You brought up Auschwitz.
No,
second.
but seriously,
what happened?
There's a history there.
Nothing bad's ever happened to the Jews.
no. I mean, the Jews never
Yeah.
did anything bad. That wasn't their fault.
Thank you.
I know. I'm like, I don't.
Thank you.
No.
Are you a representative of all the Jews? Thank you.
I am
We haven't
actually.
done-
Shalom, everybody. Does staying home Jewish help sell tickets, or does it hurt me sell tickets?
No, I think in this area it'll probably help.
Wesley Chapel now, man.
Wesley Chapel, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Jews are buying cheap property out
Oh, that
Yeah,
Castillo, you want to rephrase that?
there. No, the property is cheap, not the Jews. Oh, this is not working in my favor.
Listen, if you're Jewish, if you're not, come to my shows. Please check out my comedy. I'm plugging myself.
Yeah,
Is that
plug
okay?
away, yeah.
If you look up on YouTube, if you're like, who's this guy? He's running up on America's Got Talent. He's a loser. Maybe
I
that-
brought up America's Got Talent. You didn't, and this guy is has his name on the wall at the Comedy Store.
My name's on the wall. If you could look up Taylor Williamson live at the Comedy Store on YouTube, you can watch it half hours of my stand up, and then you can be like, "Oh, this guy's funny. I want to come see him in Wesley Chapel."
Or if you're like, this guy stinks, but he's Jerry Briscoe's best friend. I'm coming to see him in Wesley Chapel.
and when Jerry Briscoe's coming, I said, like, can I really say that? He's like, yeah, I'll be. Jerry Briscoe's. I'm just saying, he'll be at the 7:00 show if you want
Yeah.
to be next to a wrestler.
I'm going to tell you a lie. I'm going to tell you the truth, but everybody's going to call me a liar. I would love to come see your show. I may actually do that, but then these guys are going to be like, he's never going to come. I have a tendency to say I want to do things and never actually do them.
Can I tell you? I get it. I
Yeah.
can't imagine like the one thing I get in life. I don't get anything. The one thing I've learned in life is nothing makes sense, and once you accept that, then things make more sense.
Yeah.
But the one thing that makes sense to me is someone in your position, big radio host. You have multiple comics on your show, multiple artists on your show every day, and then you can go to everything. You're like, I did it. I saw you.
Right.
I totally get it. I don't expect you to come, but if you want to come, tickets are $20.
I am
They're on
$20.
side split.
Yeah. I just feel like it's a great idea right now. At 7:00, I'm like, I'm gonna watch Jeopardy and go to bed. Yeah, I'm just old now.
He's
so-
an optimistic liar.
yes, that's what they call me.
Well, if you don't come, I'm gonna cry now.
Well, I'll
I
hold you
said-
like a baby.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd have that kind of relationship.
So, how old are you?
52.
Yeah, you're too young to be like fatherly to me, I think.
I don't know. I think
Well, Florida.
size and face wise, I look older. So you're gonna be like, I have that big brother, kind of mean uncle look.
Oh yeah.
Like today, usually when guests come in, I'll at least wear sleeves, and today I was like, I'm not putting sleeves on. Not for these guys.
But he could had you when he was 15, you know?
Yeah.
I couldn't get laid when I was 15.
Yeah,
I
but I
actually
mean,
did.
physically, you could.
Yeah, no.
You could have. You took it back.
I did get
At
laid
15.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend.
Look at you.
Me and Danielle Mazzola, we used to do it in her mother's bedroom.
She looked like Alf.
Yeah.
Alien
Big-
life
she
form.
had big
Alf.
hair. Yeah.
I'm attracted to Alpha. So to me, that's
You may want to go look her up.
She ate 2 cats a day. Dude, it's a pleasure to meet you. This has been a good Friday. Our good friend Carlos Mencia is here, who we haven't seen in a while, but I'm glad you're back. Carlos is going to be at McCurdy's in Sarasota this weekend, and another great club for comedy around here.
Yeah, it's
we luck
by
out.
the way, literally handful of tickets left, and you know because you can pick your own seat. So
Carlos, my favorite all time ever is, I think we talked about it last time you were here.
Yeah.
You were like, my friend Chewy died this weekend. He was so good to my kids. 3 seats left on Saturday night. My absolute favorite. And Chewy would bring my kids toys, and he was such a good guy. And the late show is almost sold out, but you could probably get it. I had it. Best plug ever for a show. It was great. It was great.
yeah, dude, I lost my mom. By the way, there's only 5 tickets left for the second show. Dude, I've done that on my whole time. Like I remember when my grandmother died, it was like late 80s, early 90s. And in LA, Mexicans used to sell oranges off the off ramps on the freeway.
Right.
So you would get off and they would be, I don't know why oranges, I don't know what the hell that was, but it was that. And so the day that my grandmother died, I went up on stage and I told the audience that I was really sad because my grandmother died and everybody got all sad. And then I said, yeah, she got hit selling oranges on the side of the freeway. And everybody laughed. And I was like, that's what this is about. Like, what are you going to do? Let me sad?
Weird fruit on the highway is Miami. So I lived in Miami in the 90s for a little while. I was there for summers. I worked a summer job. And I had a long drive. I had a lot of driving. And I lived with a family who was Cuban. And I would go home with questions every day. What are gomas? Gomas. I see the signs like gomas everywhere. Tires. Used tires. They're selling tires. I was like, oh, okay. So I learned a lot. This guy, I could not figure out. Every day I would get stuck at the red light and he'd walk by and go, Mamacillo. Mamacillo. I go, what does he have? And he's got some sort of fruit, and I can't tell what it is. And I still don't know. Mamoncillos? Am I saying that right? Do you know?
What does it sound like?
Yeah, no, it's Mamoncillo.
Mamoncillo.
Oh, Mamoncillo.
Mamoncillo.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, what is it? So one day I just shelled out the money and I go, give me some of those.
Yeah.
And they have a hard shell on the outside and you have to peel it off and then eat the inside. So I'm just staring at this goddamn thing going, I don't know what to do. So I had to bring it home and the Cubans had to show me how to do that. So now all of a sudden,
now you know,
Mamoncillo, let's go. Waving my money out the window.
You like them now?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't get to. I haven't had them.
And
in
you
years,
have to suck it up. That's why they're called. They're called Mamoncillo.
What does that mean?
Literally means like
suck it out.
Suck it out slowly, like a small suck it out.
Don't say that to a girl. Hey, Mamoncillo.
No, you can. You can. No. Here's the difference. See, here's the difference. If I say it as a Latino or he says it as a Latino, they'll be like, whatever.
Right.
But if you say it, it's a turn on and it's cute because you're not. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Okay. So if we're like Mamoncillo, they'd be like, oh, really? So you think you could just get it like that? But if you say it, they'd be like, how do you know it, papi? Ay, Dios mío.
I'm gonna try it.
You know what I'm saying?
Next time I see a hot girl with an accent, I'll be like, Mamoncillo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't be surprised if
she smacks you in the face.
No, I was gonna say the opposite, bro. Don't be
way.
surprised if you're like, what do you do? What are you doing?
Yeah. Get it, Mamoncillo.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff like that, but I was always like that, I've always made fun of. I've never taken a day off. The only time I ever took stand-up off was 4 days, literally, and that was on September 11th.
Oh yeah, everybody had to.
Yeah.
My mom passed away this year, and thankfully,
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well,
condolences.
Thank you, but I asked my parents before they. My dad's still alive, but I said, "Hey, can you guys die on a Thursday afternoon so that I could take off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then be back on Monday? Because I don't want to miss any days of work."
Right.
And because I was legit, I'm not the kind of guy that's sitting around crying, so I want to get back to work.
Me too.
What is the respectful time period? And my father's like, I don't care if you go to work the same day. We're like he's a tough guy. I think my mom wanted me to take like 2 weeks off. I was like, oh my, that's not gonna happen. So,
2 whole weeks?
Yeah. I mean, the same thing. I remember when I first started this job, my wife was pregnant.
Yeah.
And they hired me and they're like, hey, we have to talk about something. And they're like, how much time are you gonna take off? I go, for what? And like, for your wife and the baby. I'm like, I'm not having the baby. She's having the baby. Why am I taking time off? And they were like, you're not gonna be. I go, I work 4 hours a day. I'll be home before they even wake up for breakfast. I'm like, I'm not taking time off. My wife didn't agree with that, but I didn't even think about that. The work comes first. So
I was filming the movie The Heartbreak Kid in Cabo.
Great movie.
I finished doing the scene, called me and said, your wife is having a baby, went to the airport, got on a plane, flew there, she had the baby, then went back, literally didn't even go to the house.
Right.
Went back to the airport to fly down to finish doing the last couple of scenes.
Yeah, you're in the middle of doing it. Like I always love when the football player is like, he's playing this game today and his wife is in labor. And I'm like, yeah, he's like, I'm doing the best thing for our family, making millions of dollars.
Right.
You go to the baby. And then when he shows up, he's like, I just got to love the baby now. I don't have to do it. He missed. That's the best thing.
Yeah. But I was there for both of them. As a matter of fact, there's only one time I ever canceled a gig. And it was in Sarasota because my wife was pregnant with the second.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, babe, you're not going to have the baby.
Yeah.
Let me just go work. But what if it happens and you're not here? What am I going to do? And so, of course, I was like, all right, you know what? Yeah. And then guess what happened? She didn't have the baby until after, and it would have been fine.
It would have been fine.
But I had to cancel. And here's the thing. When you cancel a gig, you have to give money back.
Yeah.
So if you do a gig that's worth, let's say, $25,000 and you cancel that gig, the next time you're coming in, you're making $5,000.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you have to give them back the money that they lost. And so like having a baby cost us that much.
Yeah.
But she wanted that. And that was her thing. It was kind of cool though. I told our doctor, I told my wife's doctor that I grew up on a farm, and so she asked me about what it was like, and I told her because the worst. Have I told you the worst job I've ever had in my entire life?
I don't remember, probably, but tell me again.
The guider of the donkey. Ever told you that?
I don't think so.
So when I was a kid and I was living in Honduras, I was about 12 years old. We had a farm, and the best animals on farm to work are mules.
Okay.
And the way to get a mule, it's a hybrid, right? You get a donkey,
right,
and a horse. The male horse and a female donkey. It's kind of hard because one's really big, the other one's really small.
So you had to guide it?
So the opposite is true.
Right.
But the female horses or mares are big.
Yeah.
So my dad built a little like a ramp so that the donkey could get on the ramp, get on top.
Your dad built a rape ramp.
Yeah. Yeah. A rape ramp. But here's the thing. My dad goes, mijo, because the one is big and the other one is little. Sometimes they have a hard time, guiding it.
Up,
So you have to help them.
It's like trying to refuel a plane in midair.
Yeah. But he told me that I had to help him. And I was like, why do I have to help him?
Right.
And he goes, because if a woman touches him or a boy, it's okay. But when a man touches him, they get scared.
Oh.
And I was like, prove it. I need you to prove it. If I'm going to grab that donkey's thing, you got to show me. This isn't a trick.
Right.
So the donkey gets on top, and he's trying, but he can't. And my dad touches him, and dude immediately goes flaccid and just runs back.
Yeah.
And he's like, see? And he goes, watch you try it. So a few minutes later, he gets back up. I get it, guide it, and everything's cool. And so for 3 years of my life, I was the donkey. I was the donkey guider, bro. And I got good at it, dude. I would just like one hand,
like
bro.
you were throwing a javelin.
Dude, it was that was
Dude, if that's not the name of your next special.
But
Carlos Mencia, donkey guider.
Yeah, except I told my wife's doctor that. So when she was having my youngest, Nicholas, when his shoulders popped out,
right,
she went, oh my God, please grab him. I can't grab him. And so I had to pull him out of my wife's.
Yeah. Didn't you tell her that my job is to put it in?
Yeah.
Not to pull it out? Yeah.
Well, I was scared that he was going to fall because she literally pushed back.
Why couldn't she grab him?
So after, I was like, what happened? And she goes, oh, I know you grew up on a farm and I knew you'd be fine.
Oh,
I wanted you to have the experience of pulling your kid out of that thing.
No, I can't tell you, I didn't get to cut the umbilical cord. Or
I did.
I don't want any of that stuff. So my wife had 2 kids in C-sections.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Because you didn't get to see the massacre.
I did. Everybody says it. I kind of wanted to see, but then they all say, no, you don't want to see it.
No, dude.
I know.
I got to see my wife's
intestines,
like the size of a football.
Yeah.
Like literally, like the head's coming out. Then when the shoulders come out, it's like
we've never had that experience,
bro.
Both kids came out the belly. I know. I never had to see it get blown out.
Yeah, I pulled it out.
Yeah,
and I got to see that.
When I hear that, I picture you with one foot on the bed doing one of these.
It's kind of.
I don't want that.
It was the opposite. I put my hand like under his little things and pulled him out, and then you hear plop 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 plop. Yeah, dude, like a pop pop pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like stuff hitting the floor and. Then I made a mistake and I looked to make sure that he was all out.
Right.
You can't take that back, bro.
No. How long before you could go down on her again?
We had to do Molly. Dude, we literally had to go. I was like, babe, we're gonna have to do Molly so I can get over all of this.
Yeah.
Like I literally need a drug to bring me back and take me to that place where I was like, oh my God, this is so amazing. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't get over that, bro.
No, that's a pretty big deal.
I mean, I was like a doctor pulling things out, and it's huge. And I know that the cervix expands and all that, but
it's to see it though.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a person. My wife had the C-section, and they say with her, what they do is they cut and they take the intestines out and they put them like next to it, and then they take the baby out and they put everything back in. And I kept wanting to. The first doctor yelled at me. She goes, "Sit down, Dad." And I went, "Okay."
But you were in there.
It was in there. I was trying to, but I was by her head.
But you couldn't see.
They have a curtain up. Second baby, they did the same thing, and over here to the left of me was glass cabinet, so I could see the reflection.
Yeah.
And I remember when they pulled the baby out, I looked and I go, I know that kid, because I saw the sonogram picture. I recognized that kid.
You recognize his
Smushed
face?
and everything.
From the 3D model
yeah,
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I didn't get to see any of the blood and guts. But then I watched them pick up this mass, and I knew that that's what it was. And now the hard part is, I could smell the cauterizing, like the burning, like I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I go, this is the hard part. They okay. And then I'm listening to the doctor, and the doctor's like, yeah, but when I bought it, it was worth $300,000. Now it's worth $500,000. I'm like, they're not even paying attention. They're fine. Everything's okay. They don't.
You were scared. You were scared
well,
for a second.
I'm like, they're messing around with their guts, you know?
Yeah.
But when I heard them talking about the annual percentage yield and all this other stuff, I was like, they're okay.
You see, your doctors are different than ours, because for both of my kids, there was a giant mirror.
Oh, where you could see everything.
So I'm holding her hand,
Yeah.
but they have a mirror so that I could see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I guess, I guess in Southern California, or Encino, where I live, like
Hippies.
dads want to be a part of that whole thing.
Weirdos.
And I'm not like that. I'm like you. You know what I mean?
Just let me know when it's done.
If it wasn't for the fact that my wife was like, I want you to be there, I would have been like, for what?
I had the roof done on my house.
Yeah.
They took the old one off, put a new one on.
Yeah.
I left the country when they did that. I don't
Good
want
for
to
you.
see it being done. I want to come home and it just be done.
Right.
So that's how I was with this. I was like, I'll be over here if you need me, but for the most part, just let me know when you guys are done.
Yeah, but yeah, I wish I'd had that, but no, my wife wanted me to be a part of it, and then like I said, we had to end up doing drugs just to get back to kind of a decent place.
And after you have to use bathtub pharmaceuticals to get back into
Yeah.
sexy
But
mode.
you know what's funny? That I take my son out of my wife's vajay, and I'm just looking at this catastrophe. Just what I don't even know what I'm looking at. But a few minutes later, she goes, "You're gonna love me for this."
Oh, a little extra stitch.
Yeah, she put extra. She like put the extra stitch in the episiotomy because it ripped just a tiny bit.
I would have.
You know what I mean? So she
throw one. Go another one.
Go another one.
Yeah.
Well, I think she
gotta
gave
stick
me
to this
one
one.
extra from the extra because I was like, "You go." She goes, "Oh no! I'm giving you an extra."
Right.
And I thought
Carlos put a
she was
50 in her
kidding.
apron.
Well, she wasn't kidding, bro.
Yeah,
She wasn't kidding because then when we did, I was like, "Oh my god, this is like."
This can't all be the Molly.
It was, yeah. I was like, "Oh my god, that like extra stitch really worked."
That's good.
Then my
That's
wife
good.
was like, "Extra what?" And I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
"Oh, hell, I don't know if
we're
I
good.
should say anything."
That's a secret code between doctors and husbands. Yeah.
So they put an extra stuff, but you didn't have to deal with that.
No. Yeah, no. I had an extra stitch in her belly, which didn't do anything for me. It's
Yeah,
still
but
in it.
I'd seen come on, man. I have 11 sisters. 8 of them were born in a row. A
Yeah.
couple of them had babies in the house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I've seen that. Didn't you do that?
What?
It would
Had a
the
baby in your
the
house?
Not you, but Jenny.
No, she did it in a pool, like a bath.
Oh, but it wasn't in your
Oh,
house.
she did that underwater
yeah,
birth?
Yeah, she did that. Yeah, at the hospital. And it was like one of the only hospitals around here that would do it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know how many that do it anymore.
Yeah, I have a friend who, after they had a baby, we went to their house for dinner and ate the placenta.
You ate it too?
Well, I didn't know at the time.
Oh,
No, I knew once I got there. You know what I mean?
right.
And I wanted to kind of,
You don't want to be the dick.
I didn't want to be that
kid.
guy.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the guy that's like, I'm not going to eat that. You know what I mean?
So we did.
So I ate it, but it was.
Pamela Anderson took it out after her first child and put it in a pond or something, and it made the news. And we started talking about it.
Her uterus?
No,
I mean her lining.
Placenta lining.
Yeah, placenta.
So we started talking about this. Just how long ago that Pamela Anderson had a kid, and everybody's like, "Oh no, yeah, they cook it and they eat it, and it's supposed to be really good, and this, that, and the other thing." And I'm like, I would never.
Oh, it's not good.
Well, we said if we can get a placenta and somebody will eat it, we'll give them a prize for
Yeah.
it. So sure enough, this guy called. He goes, "My wife is in labor now." Gets the placenta, puts it in a Tupperware, brings it down the next day. Then this guy, I'll never forget. This is 1996. Crazy ass Jack came down to the station, and he's like, "We're like, how are you going to eat it?" He goes, "I'm going to fry it up with some onions," and he fried it up with onions in the break room on a little
How
hot
did it
plate.
smell?
Well, if you told me he was making chicken and onions, it smelled wonderful. But the idea that it was a placenta and onions, and all we really smelled was the cooking onions.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Chili's, I want to throw up now because I smell the onions on the fajita tray. And I think they're getting placenta fajitas over there.
Back there.
That is so weird. That's what, when I go to Chili's, I want to hear the black guy in the back going, "Oh, one more baby back, baby back." Like that's all I want.
Yeah. Whenever I hear, Yes. I go, oh no. I know what they're doing. They're making placenta. It's the smell of cooked onions now. I associate it with 100%. And that was 1996 that happened.
When I used to come home and it smelled like urine,
Yeah.
I got excited
Yeah,
because
Jim Norton
that
said
meant that
too.
my mom was making liver and onions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when you cook a liver, I don't care what you do, it smells like urine.
Yeah.
And I remember coming home and my friends would be like, dude, and I'll be like, we're having liver and onions, bro. And they're like, it smells like urine. In Honduras, there's it's kind of like an armadillo, but they call it a cuzuco. And that one, the meat tastes good, but it is gamey and it smells disgusting.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, bro.
You
when
buy
I
that or
smell
you
that.
catch that?
No. We catch it and kill it and eat it.
Crazy to me.
Dude, I ate
No, it's not
tarantulas
bad.
growing up.
Yeah. Listen, I'm Italian. We eat sheep's
Over there.
head and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I get it. I've eaten some weird stuff, but when you hear about stuff that you don't eat, it sounds sometimes worse. Spanish keeps telling us about these stories. Spanish is a conspiracy guy, and he keeps telling us about these stories about Tyson Chickens bought up a bunch of factories and companies that make bugs, to edible bugs, because that's the way we're going, because we're running out of food and farmland and all this stuff. So now he's got us all worried that we're going to eat bugs, but I can't.
Have you ever had crickets?
I have, and
Not bad.
no, it's just like a crunchy.
Yeah.
I mean, an almond is the most disgusting thing to me.
Yeah.
You give me an almond with the skin on it and that powder that they put in it. You're like,
You don't like it?
yeah, no, it tastes like what I think a roach probably tastes like. You know? So the idea that
I could never eat a roach only because if I had never seen my foot stepping on a roach and that liquidy white stuff that comes out, I might be able to eat a roach.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had frogs.
Frogs I've had.
I've eaten every part of the cow and every part of the pig, even the anus. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, because when you...
I've had a lot of calamari that looks like that, but I don't know whether I've actually eaten the anus.
No. So they call it a colita, and it's the actual tail. And the reason why it's kind of like a delicacy, it's because it's the only part that when you cut it up and you take out the skin, everything else is just pork rinds and fat. Right. So the fat becomes this, and then it becomes lard, but the tail has a little bit of meat in it.
Okay.
Right,
so
from the muscle that makes the tail move around.
Right.
But it's attached to
the
it's attached to the a-hole, bro.
Yeah.
So like you got to eat both of them.
Sure.
It's almost like, but yeah. So I used to eat that growing up.
When you get it hot enough, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I remember they were making what they call a capucella, which is a sheep's head, and they would saw it down the middle, and then cook both sides, and it looked almost like that game Operation, where you take out the eye, take out this, and they baked it. And I go,
the fish eyes?
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
yeah, I love fish eyes.
This is the grossest thing I've ever heard. But then I walked in and I smelled it, and I was like, "Yo, give me some of them goat brains or whatever you guys are eating. It tastes delicious."
Used to see, there used to be a Mexican spot where I grew up called King Taco, and they used to have brains.
Yeah.
So good, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who knew?
So good. But what happens with all of those restaurants is they used to be really authentic.
Yeah.
Right? They used to have brains and intestines and all that stuff. And as they got popular and black and white and Asians started coming to it, they started getting rid of all those meats.
Oh, really?
And so now it's just like pork, chicken, but they used to like have that nasty stuff. I grew up on all that stuff. Like my sister yesterday showed up at the house in the morning with a little Tupperware. She made me arroz con pollo, but like our version of it, and it had a chicken foot in it.
Oh, right.
Like the actual chicken foot, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my God! Did you give me the neck?" And she
foot?
gave me the neck. Oh, so good, dude.
When I go eat, if I go eat Japanese food and I see the chicken feet on the tray, it just makes me laugh. I go, I think there's enough other things to eat.
Listen, I agree. But when you grow up on that stuff,
yeah, of course, it's it's a comfort food to you. Yeah,
like we went to this place called Ginia the other day with my son because he loves their top ramen. Ramen, it's not top ramen. It's like this crazy ramen. Like but all it reminds me of is when I was a kid, we used to eat a lot of top ramen because for 20 cents, it's like a meal.
Yep.
And the best one I ever had was we had a hot dog left. So I put the hot dog in water. I boiled the hot dog in it. Then I took the hot dog out. Then I didn't throw the water away. Then I put the top ramen in that water, put it together, sliced up the weenie, put it in there. And I think we had like a little bit of onions and I threw that in there. Best top ramen I ever had in my life, dude.
Do you know how happy that makes me that you're rich now and that you were slicing up one hot dog and
one hot dog?
Yeah. That makes me sob because I did the same thing. I would look in the refrigerator, just find 3 things I could mix together and mix it together. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
I kind of get happy and offended when I see that TV show Chopped. Do you know what I mean? Like I get happy. I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, but you guys are doing this for fun.
Right.
Like I had to do it for real.
You're totally right, man. I think I would be great on that show because I would eat all of it. Like I love when they open it up and they're like, oh, we've got this and that. And I don't know what to do with that. I'm like, I know what to do with it. Put it with rice. By the way, this is Carlos Mencia. I'm sorry, I didn't.
It's my opening act.
Yes. What is your name again? I'm gonna get around the microphone.
What's up, man? Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz. I'm sorry, Luis. I get so caught up in the moment.
Yeah, last time it was Cisco Duran,
Right.
Big fat black guy.
He's not black.
From the Dominican Republic. And I went, you know what? Let me change it up. Let me get a big white fat guy. and this is the end result.
No, where you from here or are you from California?
I'm from Miami.
Oh, from Miami. Okay, yeah. So
Oh, he's way Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What now? Do you talk to Cisco at all?
Yeah. Oh, Cisco's dude.
He's kicking
Cisco
ass,
is
I
the
see
number
him.
one comedian on all cruises,
That's crazy.
on all cruise lines.
He's clean. He could do a clean act.
Killing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's starting to get to that place where he's making money.
Yeah.
But because he's doing cruises where you have to be safe, clean, and he's not growing as a comedian, he's not writing. He's starting to, you know what I mean?
We watch.
It's starting to get to that place.
We go on cruises and like I won't even go see the comedian because it's not my. I know what I'm going to get. I know what he has to do, and I don't want to judge the comedian based on his cruise performance. So, yeah, I get it, man. That's got to be.
But he did have a guy with Down syndrome who went up while he was on stage and asked if he could sing a song to some girl that he had met on the cruise.
Oh my God.
And so it's a kid with Down syndrome going, Jenny, I love you. I love you, Jenny. And he's there guiding it.
Oh my God.
But kind of making fun of him,
Yeah.
but not really making fun of him.
You're so worried these days. You don't know what you can make fun of and what you can't.
You know what though? He lets the kids sing, so it's cool.
Right.
But I'm the same.
Meanwhile, Jenny's like, you realize what you're doing to me? You're putting me in this position.
Yeah.
And now I got to be nice to this kid for the night. Rest of the crew. He just sang a song to
Yeah,
me.
to the girl, whoever that girl
Got
is.
ice cream all over his face and this is ruining everything.
He deserves some sympathy, Mamoncillo, right?
Something.
Sympathy, Mamoncillo.
You know what? I've been doing a lot of jokes about people with disabilities lately, and so a lot of people with disabilities have been coming to the show.
Yeah, they get it. You know what I mean?
Well, they want, like, if they come to a show, like on Sunday, there was a dude in a wheelchair who had cerebral palsy. And I did a joke about people with cerebral palsy, but then toward the end of the show, he was like, hey, man, I have cerebral palsy. And so then I brought him on stage to see how good my impression of someone with cerebral palsy was. So, dude, I'm never going to put it out, but I literally have me and a guy with pretty bad cerebral palsy
battling
side by side. Like him just being himself and shaking and twitching, and me trying to act like him.
You looking like Joe Cocker.
Bro, oh my God. When he did the little flipper hands,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Joe Cocker, dude, we're old, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
I think about that all the time.
Because I remember he used to do
He
the
did the little flipper hands.
Yeah.
John Belushi would do it too,
who
man.
did a joke about him? Tommy Davidson used to do a joke about him and Patti LaBelle and how when they both sing, they look like penguins. Yeah, I remember. He was good at that stuff.
Let me plug these gigs this weekend.
Okay.
You got tonight.
Yes.
You got Saturday and two shows each night.
2 tonight, 2 Saturday, like literally a handful of tickets left.
Yeah, and Carlos is a killer. He does a great show. One of my favorite guests that we have on this show. And
Never been funnier
so
than
happy.
right now.
I love when you good. That's the other thing. I love that you're still loving it and having fun. Yeah.
My friend invited me to an LGBTQ show, and I was offended, not at the jokes,
right,
but at the fact that they're allowed to do those jokes. And then I realized, like, go to an urban show. They say the N-word over and over and over again. Go to a Latino show. You know what I mean? We talk about racism that you guys don't know about amongst each other. Go to any of those shows. And it bothered me. I was like, so so what are the new rules? Like, I got to do a transgender guy in order to do a transgender joke?
Right. You gotta
Like,
be
is
in the
that what it's
community.
come down to?
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
got to, not only do I have to do a transgender, but I have to take pictures of it so that if I ever go on stage and say, like, oh my
this
God.
is Shirley.
Yeah.
This is Shirley and
I
me.
felt
I
so
guided
queer.
it.
And they're like, oh my God, he said queer. Like a picture of me doing a guy comes out, and they're like, oh, no, he did a guy. He could do the
He
joke.
could-
Like,
Why do I feel like this is Carlos' subtle way to let us know that he's doing a guy so that he can do the joke? Like later on, he's gonna be like, "Hey, I did it."
told you guys,
no. But you know what? I'm glad that you said that, because that's how much I love stand-up and I love doing what I do. That if the rules of comedy actually did change and I had to go down on a guy
Yeah.
just to be able to do a joke that I wanted to do,
Hey, keep that in mind.
I'd
when you guys on the
probably
road.
do it just to
Yeah.
do the joke.
Keep that in mind when you're out there. You
You
never
know
know.
what I'd literally like, I don't like this, but I get to tell the joke.
Right. Once you get the pass, that's
But it's
so funny.
like me and my friend are watching an Asian show, like where they're all Asian comedians, and dude, we noticed that every time Asian comedians do impressions of other Asians, they squint their eyes more.
Oh,
You
really?
noticed that?
No. Oh, like they do that?
Yeah. So they're like here, and then they go, oh my father, and they get even like their accent goes. But I think the one who does it the most is Margaret Cho.
Uh-huh.
So if you like,
Yo,
watch
I've seen
Margaret-
her do that. Yeah.
So and then she'll stand there and go, oh, will you do that?
Yeah.
And I was sitting there going, like, if I were to do that,
You'd be dead.
yeah,
You'd be kicked out.
like
You'd be
so.
canceled.
So I realized that, you know what? It's because if you're LGBTQ and you get offended at a joke that I tell, it's because you don't think I'm your equal, or you would let me tell the jokes like you do the equals at those shows. And I don't play that game.
Yeah, but
So I'm
also,
liberated, bro.
You're not a mean guy. Like,
No,
when
I'm
you
not
can make
mean.
jokes are jokes.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing it to be mean, then I think most people accept those jokes. LGBT people, they
Sure.
like a good joke, as long as you're not being a jerk off.
No, I get it, but it's still, in the end, we're comedians.
Right.
Like, here's my thing: if you don't know comedians, like, some people think we want to be offensive,
No, you want to make a joke.
right?
Yeah.
Every single joke I've ever thought of, said, written, they were all intended to make every single person
Even
laugh.
the ones about yourself. You're
All
just
of
being
them.
self-deprecating. Yeah.
But people think that we want to be offensive.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: like, I told somebody this, I go, you don't understand. Take the 10 best comedians of America today, right now, put us in a 3,000 seat theater, and within the first couple of rows, pay one person to not laugh.
Right. Good luck.
And I guarantee you that every single comedian will walk off stage and go, I got a standing ovation. But did you see that one
The
guy
one-
over there in the white? And every single comedian will be like, that dude didn't laugh at any of my stuff either.
Yeah.
Like, that's how much we want to make people laugh.
I know.
And for them to turn that into like hurtful or mean or cruel, or last year was weird if you think about it comedically. We started off the year by Chris Rock getting slapped because he was offensive. And we ended the year with Joe Coy being so scared to be offensive
yeah, you're right.
that he ate it on stage.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Like that. And for you people, for all you sensitive people, what Joe Coy did is your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
your fault.
You're right.
You made him so scared to be offensive that's what happens to comedians when you take away our ability to make jokes about anybody.
Yeah.
Because I would have went up there and I would have made fun
Just
of it.
roasted everybody. Yeah. Like
Hell
Ricky
yeah.
Gervais had great success doing that.
You guys are actors.
Yeah.
Stop it. Seriously?
I loved Ricky Gervais when he said to Apple, he made a joke and he's like, you guys got kids working in a factory in China to make your phone. You're like, get right to his face. The Apple guy was like, thank you. But that's what you have to, if you're going to do it, go all in.
But that's true.
Yeah.
That's not real. If you
Yeah.
don't like it, then get another phone. Get an Ericsson. I don't even know if they make them anymore, but I know they're from Scandinavia somewhere, so I'm
So it's
sure.
not-
There's not a bunch of people with wooden shoes going, we're making a show. Like, I'm sure. But people don't want to get offended.
No.
And I don't understand why you get offended.
Oh, and I'm glad you brought that up because Joe Coy is a very funny guy, and his big introduction to the world there was not good, and it's not his fault. It was trapped into
For
that.
you people that don't understand, before anybody knew who Joe Coy was, 2006, I brought him on my tour where we did stadiums and arenas.
Yeah.
Because I saw him and I was like, dude, you're way funnier than where you are in your career.
Mhm.
And after he got off tour, that's when he ended up doing the show with her, and then he started getting more stuff. And so, like, I'm part of bringing him to the forefront.
Right.
And it hurt me to watch him be so scared. And it was like, dude, just make fun of these people.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's good at that. He made fun of me. when he
Make
was
fun
in
of
here.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
bring it on. But that's what happens. They make you so scared. They make you so and in that room, I guess. You know what I mean? Like they could make you or break you or give you, I guess.
I was gonna say I'd like to be like, oh, I'm not scared of nobody, but I am. I can. Every time I said pig's butthole on the show today, I'm like, I don't even know. What
I was thinking the same
I
thing.
don't even
You
know.
said butthole, I said a-hole.
Yeah,
Just so you know.
yeah.
And I was trying to like say, like if they edit it, we could just say I said something
The
different.
thing is, though, the guideline is we're not talking about it to be sexual. We're
No.
literally talking about it as
Eating
a
it.
physical,
And a
eating
real
it,
one, not
an edible one.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's
They're not all edible.
Some are not edible. Some are not
ingest
edible.
it, yeah. Listen, I love having you here. We're gonna wrap up the show. It's already past 10 o'clock. Go see Carlos at the McCurdy's Comedy Theater. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. I would get your tickets in advance online now, or else you're not gonna get tickets.